I'm ready for this. Like,
right, we're just going live now. 2 seconds. God, we've got loads of people in the chat already.
nice.
Oh dear. Do you know what I think it is with Sheffield United as well? I think it's the fact, like, they're used to it. They've been to the Premier League before. They've been up and down. And I just think it's a case of being here and done it. Sunderland, this is massive. It means more to the Sunderland fans than it does the Sheffield United fans.
Yeah. This is the biggest game since we've come out of the Premier League. This is our biggest game that we've had.
Oh, it's huge.
We've had promotion back to the Championship, which everybody wanted, you know what I mean? It's a great high, but this is even bigger. And it's not just getting promoted back to the Premier League, Cabby, it's getting that money, that £230 million back to our club, because that'll do wonders for every single person that works at the club.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll do well for our transfers as well next season. You know, we'll probably have 100 million available next season to go out and buy a few decent players in store.
Well, we're live anyway. We're live on now. We're just going to say hello to folk in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to pin Janet's comment at the top. I've seen the team lineup. I mean, it's perfect. Like, that's what I was wanting. Hello to Ian. Roberts is on the bench. Hello to Ian Curry. Janet, how you doing? Packer Andrew. Devon Mackham, how are you? Richie Rennick. He says, afternoon to all just joined. Richie Rennick says, Ian the Beer is helping calm the nerves. David Green member, been watching the scenes from Trafalgar Square. Ian Curry's too nervous. Dreamer, hello to you. Hello to Tricia Winstanley, our moderator of the channel. How are you doing, Tricia? You feeling all right? Dougie Stewart.
Having nerves like the rest of them.
3-star Reds. He says, win this one for Cloughie, lads. As a Forest fan, I want to see you promoted today rather than Sheffield United. Well, thanks very much, 3-star, mate. Cheers for supporting the lads today. David Graham says, watching on Sky, the sound of falling in love is amazing 30 minutes before kick-off. It certainly is. Durham Driver says, good to see you as well. It says, tuning in from Cameo de Santiago. Have a good feeling it's going to be a red and white Wembley Stadium. Come on, lads, 2-1. Easy thought to come on and score the winning, right? Easy thought to come on and score.
That's maybe why the atmosphere is so positive generally for the fans today. The Sunderland players are just leaving the pitch now after the warm-up.
Oh, dear me.
This is so difficult. I mean, what's your gut feeling about today? What was your feeling walking up Wembley Way, talking to fans, and the mood over the last 48 hours leading into the game? Up until today, it just felt like a massive part.
So Sean Cabby, so today, we've got a new mascot on the Cabby show. This is Samson. He's like, hey man.
Absolutely.
There's my lovely little mascot that we've got today.
Well, Kev, let's just hope the cat doesn't go out the window for the score, eh?
They're happy not to have possession. You know, they're not obsessed with having the ball, playing a certain way, and that gives you some.
Hello, Samson. You can put a little Sunderland scarf around its neck.
And he's that tiny at the minute. I was looking at the red and white collars as well, but he's too small. But he's going to get a red and white one. A little bit bigger, like. So he brings us some luck today.
But yeah, Big Dave, he's been down there. He's been interviewed by Nick Barnes. He's met Bennett and Arlem, and I just hope for Davey as well and Kev that they do it today, because I think that it'll be amazing for Davey. Hello, Fernie, Leeds United fan. Good to see you, mate, and well done. Like I say, Premier League for you. He says, hi everyone, big game, come on and get it done. Scott Williams says, hi Cabby and Richie, come on, let's get to the Prem. Carl Wingfield, member of the channel, says, hi guys, hope the game go well, fingers crossed. Tricia says, I have fell in love with the cat. She's called Samson, that's right, absolutely.
Yeah, Yeah, he is. Aye. Of course. You've got to. His sister says, do you want his sister as well? I says, I can't handle 2 cats. You know, that's Samson Angela, then you know, but aye. My sister gave him his name. She said I couldn't help it out to call him because my sister and her fella die on Sunderland fans as well. We're the only ones in our family that support Sunderland. She said that as soon as I seen him, I had to name him Samson. I says, perfect for him, like little black cat. I'm more of a cat guy than a dog guy, like, to be fair.
And that could be really powerful for Sunderland today. We know it could be
he'll bring us up
season next year, but we want it. We've got that hunger to be back in the big time, to give it a go.
William Babbitt, hello, says that I thought I heard Samson Trisha. It is, yep. Dougie Stewart says, love that 2 of the Sky pundits got soaked by the sprinklers. With a bit of luck, it'll be Don Goodman, because he absolutely has everything against Sunderland. He never has a good word with Sunderland. Have you noticed that?
Aye. I didn't listen to him, be like, if he's commentating or something like that, I'll just he's always been like that though, hasn't he?
Aye, as I.
Fans have said that as well about him, like.
Or is it something that's going to feed in?
But it was meant to see Davey last week, like.
Oh,
That's why it was surprised. Because as soon as I seen him, I couldn't help it else. Yeah, Davey. And, so sorry for spoiling the surprise there, but I was over the mood to see him and having a bit of chat with him. Like, great, like, I think everybody on the channel thoroughly enjoyed seeing him as well. So I just hope him and Kevin, the rest of the family, you know what I mean, having a mint time. I'm looking forward to seeing the vlog as well.
I just hope a minute. That'd be perfect. It'd be fairy tale, wouldn't it? 3-star Red says, been it, done it, got the T-shirt. Watching the championship final on TV, and I can tell you, it will be one hell of a ride. The nerves and heart rate never seems to slow down through the entire game. Well, 3-star Reds, I don't think it can get any more tense than what we watched 2 Tuesdays ago when we beat, well, felt like 2. When we beat Coventry and we scored in the 100 and... What was the minute we scored in, Richie? Was it the 100 and...
22nd.
When we scored in the 122nd minute. So basically, that's been like a training session for us Sunderland fans. Because I don't think... Well, I don't think nerves will ever beat that. I just didn't want penalties.
It needs to be finished in 90 minutes a day, like, couldn't go through all that again. Like.
I saw Marco curl his lip then, but when Phil said about the way that Sunderland
just making an
possession and letting the opposition have the ball. Is that something?
Well, yeah, interesting lineup though, Carrie. So really looks like he's going to be playing on the right instead of Roberts, which is a massive surprise, like. But he's obviously seen something in Chris Rigg, like, on that side. So my under starting up top, which I'm really pleased because obviously he couldn't start easy though. I'm going to form my enders in. But we've got Lefay in the middle, and that's what we've needed all along, and that's where I think we're going to be focusing today, because I think Sheffield United are a team that like to come through the middle of teams. They're not necessarily too much of a wing style played team.
Absolutely.
So I think it's going to be a big battle in midfield today, and if we win that battle in midfield, I think we've got every chance. Like.
Too right, Richie. Too right, Richie. Fernie says, I'm feeling quite confident. Ryan Jones says, I'm surprised you're not down there, Cabby. I am down there in spirit. Couldn't get the tickets. And I've got to look after my channel. And plus I promised Richie I'd be here as well. I wouldn't want to let him down. Devon Mackham says, sounds like Sheffield have not sold their full allocation of tickets. That's exactly right, yeah. Nick Barnes has just replied, thank you. I've just said loud and clear, you can hear you. Good luck, Nick and Benno. Yeah, it was Sheffield United's end's almost empty. It's weird.
It's embarrassing for them, like.
I'm looking at the
especially when they've been a Premier League club.
Oh no, I'm looking at the Sunderland display now. It's just red and white everywhere. And the Sheffield United, there's just patches of red seats. It's weird.
Really?
That is weird, but it doesn't. it means now, because at the end of the day, it's the result that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah, 3-star Red says that was one hell of a game. Felt like that in our semis that went to penalties against Sheffield United. Janet says, I need a drink. It's only 5:45 in the morning. David Graham says, everybody get the medication ready. Fernie says, Sheffield United's a tin pot club. You want to see the display here at the minute. The flags everywhere. I think Sunderland have got more allocation. They must have got nearly 40,000 or something when they found out Sheffield United hadn't have sold all theirs.
Yeah. Also, just give the extra seats away.
There's a big sign at Wembley, drapes over the stanchions at the top of the Wembley Stadium saying it is time to step up. Which one of the two teams will be stepping up? Of course, Sunderland's last visit to Wembley Stadium, they stepped up from League One to the Championship after a comfortable 2-0 win over Wycombe Wanderers. Can they do it again, Davey? And Richie, should I say?
Davey, who you got on your mind like?
Just been chatting to Nick. Yeah, can we do it, Richie? Can we do it?
Of course we can, mate. Of course we can. Why not? You know what I mean? I think, like I said to you before, Cabby, we've had the hard out the 2 ties in the playoffs. We've come through, we've beaten Nemesis after, 40 odd years of not beating them. I think the morale amongst the lads is going to be very high for this. We just contain those nerves, no early bookings, no early goals from them. You know, just contain them if we have to. Just go for it. You know what I mean? Just go for it. And I just like I say, Cabby, I just have this feeling. I've had it for a while now that it is going to be our time, and I really hope it is. I really hope the lads can get this job done.
Well, it's our time. I mean, Sheffield United have been in the Premier League. They've been in the Premier League up and down, up and down. It's our term. It's been so long. Ryan Jones says, I'm about to crack open my bottle of watermelon moonshine. Gary Hoyle says, quietly confident lads and lasses. Fernie says, should be selling out allocation for a game like this. I am really surprised why Sheffield United ain't. Unless there's another 10,000 still outside, I don't know. But all the footage I've seen, Trafalgar Square, the build-up, I've not seen one Sheffield United fan. It's really weird. Colin Major says, medication, I'm already on it. David Green says Sheffield End looks like the Empty-Had. Well, like I said, it don't matter. It's the result at the end of the day that matters. But there's a patch of empty seats on the looking at the top right where the Sheffield United fans are. In the middle ball section, there's hardly anybody in it at all. It's weird.
Turn up on days like today, and that's
what
we'll be looking to
it's great on seeing our now on the TV here. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, of course they've got the red and white display. One each block, they've all got the red and white pieces of I don't know if it's pieces of plastic or cardboard or whatever, or paper they're holding up. So it's going to be a decent display when they come out. They were waving the flags and helicopters, like helicopters before. Lee Becker, good afternoon. How are you doing?
So what does everybody else think then? What do you think the score's going to be?
A lot of people are quietly confident, Richie.
Yeah.
And thanks for the 2 subscribers there. Just now need 73 subscribers to hit 4,000. That would be amazing. Imagine getting promoted and getting 4,000 subscribers today.
Plus.
Blenchy, the Newcastle fan, good to see you, mate. He says, hello, Cabby. Hope your lads do it today. Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks a lot. And good luck for your match tomorrow against Everton, I believe. Is it tomorrow you're playing Everton? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fernie were playing in our away kit today. Last time we played in this away kit, very similar. Obviously, we lost to Liverpool 2-0 in the FA Cup final. Yes, Recorded on Earth, good to see you. Says, why don't they have the playoffs on normal TV? It's all money, it's all Sky and this and that and the other. Ian Curry, follow the Mackham Cabby now on TikTok. It's free. All you Mackhams nip over and give him a follow. Thanks, Ian, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you well as well. And Blenchy says, I mate Everton tomorrow. Well, good luck with that as well, because it's an equally big game for you lot tomorrow. But you've got to be confident against Everton tomorrow, haven't you, Blenchy, I would say.
You should do a job on the mic, but it's very tight. That could be a nice finish in the Premier League season. There's about 5 or 6 teams on the same points, I think. So it'll be interesting to see who gets those spots. But Everton's never an easy game for Newcastle.
No. And of course, Jordan Pickford loves it. He'll be trying his best to stump the Newcastle fans. And if he gets loads of stick from the Newcastle fans, it actually seems to spur Jordan Pickford even more. They were saying on the radio. Yes, if Isaac's playing, mate. Yeah, cheers, Trisha. Well, so much for the bad weather. The sun's shining now here, and it's really warm and sunny.
How smart does Reggie look?
I know.
But he's won the day.
Yeah, the teams are in the tunnels. Sheffield United in the famous red and white, Sunderland in their away strip of white, blue and green. Reggie Bree looking a bit like 007 in his black suit and his black tie, and a bit more relaxed attire from Chris Wilder. I nearly said Gene Wilder there for Chris Wilder.
Here they come. Come on, lads.
Well, last time we experienced this, we were watching Alex Neil lining the team out. Get ready for the Raw. Let's turn it up a bit. Come on.
Yeah, people behind the curtain if they come.
I haven't got it on. I don't want it on.
Here they come. Look at him. Look at that. Players out, leaving the tunnel now, led out by referee Chris Kavanagh, who's all in black this afternoon.
The referees now just walking first past the playoff final trophy there. Regis Lebree's not even looking at it when he's walked past it.
Referee is Timothy Wood this afternoon. The Sunderland players come out in their dark blue.
Not much of a man of emotions, Regis Lebree, but he showed it on Tuesday, didn't he? The other Tuesday night.
Which you know so well. Sheffield United come out without tracksuit tops. They're in their red and white stripes, black shorts and black socks. They've lined up under the sponsors' archway in front of the sponsor and the EFL.
Red and white
flag.
till the end.
The tifo is furled back in. A huge banner every minute.
What a noise from the Sunderland end. What a noise. Listen that.
And nice to see the players just picking out their family in the stands
in
front
right,
of them and a little wave.
You can't get mine,
It's
can you?
always reassuring to know.
No, mate, it's perfect as it is, Richie.
A little detail, but it does just sort of relax you sometimes. And you see that everyone's safe and sound in the stadium,
Woo.
ready for kickoff. But they look in good spirit.
Cheers. I know. Thanks, Ian Curry. Follow the Mackham Cabby. Thank you very much. Ryan Jones, they're coming out onto the pitch now. Remember, no spoilers in the chat if you're ahead. I know I did it the other night and I sound like a hypocrite. I just couldn't help that. But I haven't got Sky on today. It's not there. The boys won't be watching it because they're out in Newcastle at a day out with next door neighbours. Ian Curry says, Cabby, if they score first, I'm off as a Coventry match as we equalise while I was off. Gary Hoyle, we're on the cusp of putting all those bad days behind us if we get it right today. Recorded on Earth. I'd love to, Ian Curry, but had to delete TikTok. Got highly addicted to the endless strolling. Lee Beckett says, good luck today, Cabby. Hope you win. Push up Super Blues, which is good from Coventry fans. Really, really is.
Anyway, they've all shaken hands.
Or is it push up Super Blades?
I don't think the players have a clue who it is either. So
Yeah, you got your little glasses on and all, Cabby.
Yes, I've got me glasses with. I've got one arm snapped off it.
Rick Parry, there we go. Sorry, Rick Parry. Ben just found him in the bus. Rick Parry.
He's listening to that one.
Hope it's all out to win, Roland. Hello, Roland. How are you doing, mate? Don't forget, if you're new, hit the subscribe button and click that thumbs up. Thank you.
Show some respect, Marco. It's the national anthem.
I'll have to mute the national anthem because YouTube will give us a warning because of it. It's annoying, isn't it? I want to get the atmosphere for everybody in here, but I'm just not allowed to do it. Anything music-wise, it's so strict. Even if there's a band playing any Oompa Loompa stuff, it'll tell us for it. Mark Palmer, good luck from today, Toon fan Cabby. Thanks, Mark. Good luck tomorrow. Fernie says, has there been any trouble with both sides? No, there's been absolutely no trouble at all. It was all Sunderland at Trafalgar Square and Covent Garden yesterday. I didn't see any Sheffield United fans whatsoever.
We're 5 minutes or so away from kickoff. Sunderland's fans are... I'm lost for words. I shouldn't be because we know just what the support is like. And this afternoon,
and be through midfield today. They'll need to win the game.
Incredible. The huge mock championship trophy is being wheeled off the side of the pitch.
Seeing that one, they do exploit them out wide if they're playing like that. Yeah.
I know. Cheers, William.
Down in front of the tunnel, which is about to be removed now. As
it's really windy up here as well. Thanks for the other subscriber. Thank you.
I think these have got the formation from them. I think it's exactly the same. Anyway, Dennis Serkin and Joe Bellman were in the under-21 once. Well, did you see that?
I did, mate. Yeah, that's really good news. That.
As we said earlier, it can go two ways: back in the Championship next season, or back after.
I always thought Serkin.
Cheers, Hall, for the team there. Thank you very much.
That's what it's all about. How far away do you think this felt 3 years ago when we were here to see that playoff final against
you see that he's walking up, you see him on the big screen, it's smirk on his face.
Ian says, I can't even type, I'm shaking that much. I'm alright, actually. Tricia says, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Tricia. I was more nervous for the Wickham game. And I don't know why. Hello, Jill, the Newcastle fan, friend of the channel. Hope you're well, Jill. Good to see you. Good luck to you tomorrow as well.
Signings or even recognised names in English football. We've had players coming out of under-21 squads and from far off. Do
you know? I'm not even going to feel too down if we didn't win today because I'm super proud what the lads have done this season. To give us today, it's just been amazing.
Oh, 100%.
We've had players.
I'll be cutting it with Dennis. Very proud.
Lee Becker, it's Sheffield United that have not sold out their end. They haven't even sold 3/4 of it.
What's been proven is the process is working and it's producing players.
I'm not just saying it because I'm biased. Sunderland have literally took over.
He's made huge steps in the last 2 or 3 years, and that's only because he's been given minutes constantly and been able to play.
Near fans.
Brought people into.
I couldn't even see any highlights for Sheffield United fans on there like that for Sunderland.
They've got to be congratulated.
No.
And it's producing good football as well, which we enjoy watching.
It's good for the region, Ian, isn't it? Hate to say it, but I hope Mags get Champions League. It's about time we had success in the North East. And didn't forget, if Newcastle have major success in the Champions League, it's good for the area. It's actually good for us as well. You may think it's daft, but it attracts players up to the North East because it's happening up there.
The officials just on the halfway line at the moment. And of course, there are cameramen all over the place here.
Would you keep Regis Labrie if we lose? Absolutely, Fernie. What he's done this season to get us here.
Hangs from the roof of the stadium. The drone.
Absolutely fantastic.
The camera at the moment above the Sunderland goal is sweeping across the middle of the pitch towards Vinnie Jones is watching on, we'll see on the monitor here, is sweeping up the pitch towards the Sheffield United players in the Sheffield United penalty area.
Definitely Blenchy. North East fans are the best in the country, hugely. Good day from Madura, Western Australia, Keith Lupton. Hello, Atomic Rooster. Velo Soul, can't be shy, Burns, today. You got to get him. Get at him, says Velo. It's North versus South. It is, Jill. This is it. Even though we are rivals, we both have loudest fans. Of course we do.
Very smart.
Black suit, white shirt, tie. Chris Wilder's a bit more.
Sheffield United now in a huddle.
sweatshirt and tracksuit bottoms as the Sheffield United players come back towards the halfway line. You'll be delighted to know that their numbers are probably impossible to read on the red and white stripes.
Well, it's nearly finally here. It just seems to have taken an age to get here, like, doesn't it?
Away from kickoff. As is so.
Can't wait.
The drama starts and we're off.
The richest game of football in the world.
Are you kicked off now, are you?
I think so, yeah. I am just...
I've just kicked off first, so I must be like 30 seconds.
Whoever wins what is in footballing terms the Holy Grail, I guess.
Starting the game right.
What's semi-automated offside? Because I don't understand what that means. Semi-automated. It's either VAR. What's semi-automated?
I'm just trying to get the...
Holds off Ryan Brewster, and it's a throw to Sunderland. All in
the ticker, hold on.
This afternoon, Sheffield United in the red and white stripes.
Oh, there we go. That's what I'm after.
And black socks, and we're looking down from what would be.
I'll have to do that again. I'm just editing the.
Wembley, and Sunderland playing from right to left. Tyrese Campbell trying to close Patterson down as he clears from the corner of his 6-yard box. Patterson's all in green this afternoon. And Sheffield United a quick throw taken by Harrison Burrows on the halfway line on the left. It comes across here now to Ahmedhodzic and out to the right side to Chowdhury, who's on loan from Leicester City. The right back, the Bangladeshi international now. He won a cap earlier this year. The ball lost in the centre, picked up by Souza, the Brazilian, played out to Hamer. He's looking to try and play it down the left-hand side to the edge.
Did you see that, Cobby?
Not yet.
Moore. Great save by Patterson, diving down to his left and getting his hand to it at the foot of the post. But Moore got his head to it, and it was heading in the bottom corner.
We were showed up there, mate.
Well, that was nearly a disastrous start.
It was.
Yeah, it was
Oh yeah, cracking save that, like.
Clearance has got played over the top, and Trey Hume with poor clearance, wasn't it? Not back.
What a great save by
But it was a fantastic save.
I thought it was down in you there.
Yep.
Last minute dive.
That was close.
United have had 4 up front.
Yeah, they're playing 4-4-2.
But I'm saying, you know, it's one.
That was a brilliant save by Patwell, that mind.
We've had 1 against 1
He hesitated at first, but then.
Unusual in
I'm just watching a replay of that save by Patterson, and he actually did exceptionally well.
He actually seemed to claw it out there, off the line. The warning's there from Sheffield United from the off.
Well, a lot of players coming back looking a bit concerned actually, because O'Nine's receiving treatment. He's sitting just outside the 6-yard box at the moment. If you missed the team earlier on, it's 2 changes.
How are Billy Fly? How you doing? Says how are the lads?
Great save by Patterson.
It is a superb save from Patterson. Patterson in goal, Hume, Ballard, O'Nine and Sirkin, Neil, Joe.
Maureen Johnson says, well done, Pato.
O'Nien, ball goes over his head and he actually runs at the attacker and sort of lifts his arm into him.
What a save.
Put him off a little bit and just catches his elbow or his shoulder, I'm not quite sure.
3-star says, these type of saves can make you think it actually could be your day.
Wrong side of him as well, didn't he?
And he got above Sirkin as well.
No, Ken, you can't give the ball away in that area.
Look good, I'm afraid.
I think he's in pain. He's being helped by Pete Brand. And he's doubled over at the moment. He's still
I think Trey Hume's going to need some help on that right-hand side here, like.
One of the substitutes warming up.
No, funny enough, you know, Chris Meppen knows all about Kiefer Moore.
Well, they both play together.
I mean, let's not forget they have got quality side Sheffield United, and they've got some great players.
Unfortunately, there's a stretcher being carried on here.
I think this is
Looks like could
a problem for Sunderland.
Luke O'Nine have dislocated his shoulder?
I mean, Luke O'Nine.
Yeah, it looks like, doesn't it?
He's not.
You got it in a nutshell.
Yeah, painful. I've had a couple of them before me time.
That's not Luke O'Nine. He's usually back up on his feet.
I don't know what he's done there.
Oh, it's a shame. He has to come off.
Yeah, the replay's not showing it. I think he's landed on his shoulder and he's popped it out by the look of it.
Little bit of dark art.
Durham says, hey Cabby, you had 798 followers during the Coventry match. Thanks, mate. It was mental, that.
He's coming down and he just rotates O'Nine's shoulder.
So whether he's dislocated his shoulder.
Maybe popped it out. Now, he had issues. had issues.
Can you imagine you've waited all?
A year ago.
So have Sunderland, Stewart says Fernie. I agree.
Right shoulder from the look of it.
But this is where our problems come, Fernie, is when we get injuries because we haven't got the strength and depth what Sheffield United and that have.
He was almost landed it with it holding it.
Do you know what it is, though, Cabby, right?
You've done your knee, Jill. I do.
Bring Metham on here. This is going to be better for us because of Kiefer Moore. We need someone bigger alongside Ballard to mark him.
Yes, we do.
It could well be a dislocation.
He's coming off with one line, like he's looking back and he's there.
Yeah, he's going to have to come on, which is...
Yeah, but dislocate your shoulder before, Cabby.
Well,
Dislocated my wrist.
it's a blow, but...
Conrad Tank, how are you doing, mate?
Than it has at sometimes this season, Nick. You know, we Chris Mepham, I think, was a lot of people. You know,
no, he's
one
not
of the player of the season. He's not. So he's not a bad replacement.
Getting morphine there, you know, the inhalers.
He'd be gutted though. I mean, he's waited all. How many days for this?
We played barely a minute and a half, 2 minutes. 3 minutes here.
There's two and a half minutes.
I think he's going to be replaced.
What a save from Patterson, though. You know, you look at that, and that's one of those situations where some people ask for the goalkeeper.
Like I said there, Cabby, Chris Mepham might be a blessing in disguise.
Absolutely.
We've got two massive centre halves now, and that'll be even better for set pieces as well.
Thanks for the subscriber. Cheers.
He'll be devastated.
You want to crank up the commentary a little bit? Let's have a look.
Was it Luke O'Nien?
I can't have it too loud, just in case I get told off. There we are. I've adjusted a little bit for you. I will close season. I will be getting in touch with BBC Newcastle to see if I'm okay with this. Hello, Dazers. How are you doing? But whatever happens, there's going to be at least 4 minutes of added time on top of anything else.
I'm afraid he's being treated now behind the goal, and Sunderland forced into a change 6 minutes into the game.
Gosh, I don't know what they're doing to him there. They're trying to manipulate his shoulder or something, but he looks in a lot of pain.
I mean, when you dislocate something, it can be worse than a break. It can take longer to heal. I did my wrist, but you stretch all your ligaments because you're pulling it.
No, he's still waiting to come on.
Oh, it's painful, like.
Max Power, thank you, Colin, back in the...
Oh, is it Max Power?
Max Power in the 2019.
If he's had a shot of
they never give us the ball back there, mind, Cabby.
They're not.
Here on the right-hand side, he plays it back to City Peck, who's just behind him. Mepham still waiting to come on. And there's penalising.
Hello, Sean Corley.
They should be allowed to surely get Mepham on the pitch. The fourth official's come across, Peter Banks with the ball, but Sheffield United are in the penalty area here again. Sirkin has to head one down.
It doesn't record it, no.
Smashed in from the edge of the area by Hamer, but it's cleared by Sunderland.
Referee, got to bring him on.
Honestly,
referee,
Chris Kavanagh has surely got to allow Mepham on.
Right, there must be a reason for this, Nick.
Well, it's not a player's have to go off for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but it's a substitution, so it's not a reintroduction.
No, so he should be allowed on, surely.
No, because he's got to...
And the flag's got to come up on surely Campbell. It stayed down, and now the flag has finally come up.
What's he doing?
I don't know what the assistant was doing there.
I don't think you can just wave a player on if he's not actually being introduced.
I know you weren't 30 seconds. That's more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, but it is... That's if you're an injured player that goes off and then wants to come back on. It's actually a substitution replacement. So they have to do it.
Well, Mepham is now on in the 8th minute. It's 0-0. Well, of that 8 minutes we played probably 3.
How's your nerves? I'm absolutely spot on.
Yeah,
he's
really bad.
being helped off round the back of the goal now. Yeah. You'll hear as he comes round the applause from the...
How's your nerves, Richie?
Fans. He's clutching his hand. It looks very much like a dislocated shoulder.
That was just horrible there, so I thought you were going to nip
it. He's whipping the fans.
Harmer needs to be doubled up on this left-hand side, right-hand side.
Is he their main striker?
Well,
no, he's playing off the wing by the looks of it. But he's becoming a pain already. We need to get Chris Grigg to come and drop in with some trade.
Having a great chance, and now losing one of your key players. So they need to get the feet moving, get some possession and play themselves into this situation.
Throw from Sheffield United. It's Dan Neal who heads it on. They're inside the Sheffield United half. It's Sirkin on the halfway line on the left, wide. chips it over the head of Brewster. Chowdhury heads it back away to the halfway line. Peck trying to get it up to Campbell. And now one in by the middle by Kiefer Moore and behind him, sorry, by Hamer. And the referee's given a free kick to Sunderland, which they've taken quickly. Neil on to Rigg now. The overlap from Hume down that right-hand side, that far side of the pitch in shadow, the rest of it in bright sunshine this afternoon. And now Luke O'Nien is just in front of us, as you might be able to tell from the applause. Mundle here on the left-hand side, back to Mepham. Mepham across to Ballard on the far side. He slips it through to Neil.
Oh, that's a late
shot. And the referees let play go on. Neil picks himself up, and the ball is back with Akmahodzic and to the goalkeeper Michael Cooper, who's in bright orange for Sheffield United this afternoon. The former Plymouth Argyle keeper signed last summer. Sunderland win the ball back from Hamer on halfway. There are challenges flying in here, and now Sheffield United have won a free kick just inside the Sunderland half on the left.
That's classic for me. You know, he should have given Sunderland a free kick a minute before, and it ends up being, so then you end up with 3 flying in tackles as a sort of a, you think, well, if you're getting away with that, we'll have a go as well.
I'm still of the opinion that we're going to see VAR at some point today.
Well,
definitely.
The ball floated high up towards the edge of the Sunderland penalty area by Burrows. Ballard's trying to get the ball away from Campbell. He's hooked it away from the striker out towards the far side. It's gone out for a throw to Sheffield United. Burrows will take this.
We've seen already. It's, you know, get it out of your feet and get it towards the big man at the moment, and it's not something we see very often in the Championship.
Akmahodzic to Robinson to Burrows. Again, they're flying the ball up towards Campbell. It's come back out from Hume now up to the halfway line to Lefay. He's slipped it into Rigg, but Rigg's been dispossessed.
With the mid block with a high defensive line, which is so much better than just sitting back in the low blocks, isn't it?
The ball now with Chowdhury into the middle to Peck, and it's just slipped through the middle between the 2 centre-backs, Sunderland's centre-backs, away from
You're muted, Cobby.
And Moore. It's got 6 Championship goals this season for Sheffield United, 1 for Wales as well in the Nations League against Montenegro. Up front with Tyrese Campbell, who's the joint leading scorer. If you
test. There we are, back on.
For Stoke City
you're back
in the first part of the season. But Campbell 10 Championship goals for.
Oh, where the lads, Big Pro. Good to see you, John Morgan.
The ball is back with Chowdhury and Akmahodzic, and now Robinson. And Robinson with his left foot driving it up towards Campbell. Ballard heads it away.
I didn't watch much of the Trafalgar Square last night because I don't see any point of it. I want to see it if we've won. I want to see it, Sunderland fans in celebration if they've won it. It's good to see, but it means now the pre-build-up in Trafalgar Square, honestly.
I watched Terry's video this morning. That was good.
I've seen that, aye.
Playing through the middle, so we're not winning it back in the middle. So it's as soon as they get it, it goes forward. So it's going to be up to us to be brave when we do win it.
Roy Meadows says, "What exactly is our game plan?"
Chowdhury put pressure on Mundle. The ball runs back here to Sirkin to sprint.
It's hard to tell at the minute.
Chowdhury hacks down.
Yeah, I mean, we're not sitting in a low block like I said to you there. It looks like
the goal line for Sunderland.
The forward line's sitting a bit more mid and we're pushing up a little bit higher defensively, so we're trying to catch them in the sort of like in our sort of area of the pitch. You can definitely tell we're trying to counter. I'm just a little bit concerned about how high we're actually pushing as a defensive line. We need to sit back just slightly.
Well, 13 minutes played, I say that.
It's good, we're not in a low block.
5-6 minute stoppage for the injury to Luke O'Nien. He's been replaced by Chris Mepham. It's Sheffield United.
I mean, we've got to play counter-attacking today, We've got my end and Mundle and Chris Rigg. They've all got pace in them, so.
Picked up by Job.
We've got to, but these are dangerous. We've got to respect who we're playing here as well. It's like it isn't going to be a walkover. We don't have the given right to win any game. We've got to earn it today. We're not going to roll these over. It's no chance. Damo Rain says, "I'm watching free but with no volume on eFooty, so thank God I've got you for the convo." You're welcome, mate. And hit the subscribe button if anybody's new and click that thumbs up. Thank you.
a little bit shell-shocked at that start. But
thanks to the 2 subscribers. 70 subscribers now away from 4,000 subscribers.
Brewster tries to head the ball through the centre and tries again as it came back to him. Mepham heads it away. It drops for Mepham again. Gets his right foot on it. Moore gets it forwards, and now it's going to break down the right of the penalty area. The cross from Peck, blocked by Sirkin. Comes out to Brewster. He crosses. A slip by Job. It falls to Campbell in the penalty area. Blocked though by Mepham. And all the way back up to the halfway line almost.
The coppers apparently kicked us out before we could clean up, then prevented us from cleaning up again in the morning. It's not fair dues, Treb. Gameplay is not to let a goal in and score one more than Sheffield, says Darren.
Brewster tries to flick it on. Mepham.
Jeff Clark says, maybe shut up and we can listen to the commentary. I'm not allowed to, Jeff, because of copyright, this and that, the other. I cannot just be quiet and let the commentary play. This is a watch along. I would love to shut up because it gives me a break, but it's not really allowed to have pure commentary. I think that is the case.
And then pushed on to Rigg. It's still inside the Sunderland half. Back to Hume, and Hume inside to Dan Ballard, just the edge of the Sunderland penalty area.
I mean, this 4-4-2, playing 2 up front. It's obviously they're seeing that as an attacking advantage, but it's also stopping us playing through at the moment and not giving our centre halves a lot of time on the ball just to pick an option.
Patterson's floated the ball out to the right wing over the head of Trey Hume.
Yeah, there's no need to be rude, folks, telling me to shut up. I mean, honest to God.
Don't need to say those things. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Put your views behind.
Back to Robinson, Burrows wide on the left. Still
not going to talk with our work.
No, not at all. Any attitudes, any rudeness, away you gone.
The keeper, long sleeved with big white gloves. Patterson, of course, in his short sleeves as ever.
I've just blocked him from the channel. I'm not having people coming in saying shut up. Do you know what I mean? It's like
trying to get his head and get it cleared. He can't get the ball away. Campbell lays it off behind to Peck, and then it's cleared by Mepham.
My mic's loud.
Hold on. Quickly to Rigg.
I've turned that down. Just keep giving me a sound check, people. Sound check. How am I sounding? I don't want to be too loud.
Job at the edge of the centre circle. Back to Ballard. Ballard to Mepham. And Mepham.
I've already got rid of him again. Thanks a lot, mate, for your moderations there. Well spotted.
Job
trying
to find Mundle on the left wing.
Thanks, dear Moore.
Making a run down the left of the penalty area. The cross blocked by Chowdhury for Sunderland's first corner.
Just there, I think we saw Job just
You're right,
working
Fisher.
it out. You know, he got
you
the
blocked
ball
him
in a
again.
bit of
Good
a tight
lad.
situation.
Cheers,
and he
Ben
just saw
P.
a little gap and drove,
there's no need,
through the middle of their midfield, and all of a sudden things open up.
Thanks,
and I think
Big
that's
Prob.
where Sunderland are going to have to be brave.
Well, you know what they wanted to do, get the ball out to Mundle.
Yeah.
Ignore the clowns.
Get it out to Mundle.
I've had that quite a few times, people coming in. But they're not rude, they don't say shut up. You know,
this corner from the left-hand side, which Lefay will take.
Is it going to be another Dan Ballard?
Did he kiss it?
I'm not sure. A bit of movement from Sunderland. Riggs come back outside of the penalty area in the middle. There's some shirt pulling going on in there by Peck. It's floated into the hands of Michael Cooper. Straight into the keeper's hands, and he's rolled it out quickly here to Sousa down this right-hand side. And they're on the break now into the Sunderland half. Sousa plays it inside to Brewster.
Wasn't the best of corners, that was it, straight to the goalkeeper.
Across to Robinson, just to the left of the centre circle. It's 0-0. We're in the 18th minute here, live on BBC Radio Newcastle. The ball has been won back, has it? It's just slipped out for a throw to Sheffield United on the far side. On the left, about a third of the way inside the Sunderland half. Now Sunderland are trying to get behind the team. The fans.
But I will be having a word with Nick Barnes and stuff, and I'll be asking him about the commentary stuff in the background. If I'm not allowed to have it on in the background, if he says, then I would have to stop it and just give the commentary as we are.
Herzegovina, the ball comes back to Cooper and out to the left wing. Up goes Rigg.
Durham Drive, I think there'll be a few trolls today. The trolls will be pouring in if we were losing, and there was like seconds to go. You see all the Newcastle fans and other fans coming in taking the mic, but that's banter. It happens. I don't have a problem with that. That's football.
Penalty area. Bowls it out to Sirkin on this left wing. Sirkin taps it to Job. Job behind him to Chris Meppen.
Recorded a nurse says, what do people want for free? Says, we get to listen to the match and enjoy the experience with other Sunderland fans. It's like being a virtual match with the fans. It's Watchalong, isn't it, mate?
Back for Neil. Neil now behind him in the centre.
I have got membership, Jill, on my channel. I have got membership, mate. Jill, I have, Pet, yeah.
In front of him, Mundle cuts inside. Mundle now trying to slip it through to Mayenda, but it's blocked.
Why you read everybody's comments out as well, Cobby, because we want everybody else to get involved and have their opinions.
Well, I try and read everybody's comments as I can because I like to keep people involved. They're important. They're just as important, the people that are chatting.
Yes, bear in mind there'll be at least
Packer Andrew says, Cabby, I had someone on my channel saying I was thick. I timed them out. If they just keep going, Packer, you just get rid of them.
Because of what looks like a dislocated
shoulder. One keyboard warriors. I bet you if you did it to them, we'd split the dummies out.
Just saw a little bit of Sunderland working their triangles, a little bit of overlapping.
I do it sometimes online. I'm not going to lie. Like
the danger is
on
that occasion we lost it, and your fullback's ahead of your wide player, and you've got a midfielder pushed on, so you go a little bit cagey at the moment.
Lightspeed says Sunderland definitely going to win today. He says.
By Rig to Joe, who's pushed over by Sousa. I mean,
only have to be lucky, Cat.
Free kick.
Samsung's bringing us some luck today.
We did say the
20 minutes gone. What do you think, Richie?
Indeed.
Good, yeah, happy. Early on, I was a little bit worried there with them couple of chances. Fantastic save from Anthony Patterson. Kind of getting more foothold on the ball at the minute. And we're just looking for those counter-attacking breaks, but Sheffield United are defending well, defending in numbers, so they're making it a little bit difficult. Positive, yeah, good.
Job just inside of him. He gets away.
Thanks for the 2 more subscribers. My nails have not been bitten. I'm calm. I'm comfortable.
Looking for the run of Hume. Actually, it's run away from him behind for a goal kick.
Got to keep it on the floor. The minute it hit that surface, it just skidded away.
0-0. Still. Michael Cooper, 25 years old.
Cabby, I've been here when we had 300 subs. Absolutely, Ian. He's been there from the beginning. Great support, Ian, from yourself. And good work on the moderation as well. Demo says, let the tag get paid to stream. If we can focus on the matter in hand, how are the lads? And everybody says we're all with you, which is great. Nice to listen with other Mackhams, don't like people. Where can I watch this for free? You just have to Google it, Casper, if you can find the stream. I have no idea where they are. Bubble Mia, welcome.
It's like a throwback game to the 90s. This, where there's like,
Janet says, how are you, lovely lads? We're all with you, says Gary Hoyle.
You don't often see that in this league, Benno. You know, they're happy just to... They don't bother about getting it down. They want to get it forward. And you know, usually what more
Campbell's on the break. The assistants, well, he's struggling to keep up with it, but he does.
Amelia Baby, how are the lads?
The assistant on this near side, he was behind the play then, but he's flagged.
It's very hoof up, isn't it, from both teams at the minute?
Campbell in behind.
It is. What's this applause for?
Stoke, Tyrese Campbell last summer. 25-year-old.
Oh, it's a former Sheffield United.
There's applause now, and I think it's for George Baldock. I can't see the big screen.
I think it's for a young girl who's
it's the Sheffield United fans. Yeah, they.
Oh, we're going to applaud Sheffield United fan apparently. He passed away.
What is the 23rd minute? Earlier on, they were showing pictures of George Baldock, the former Sheffield United player, on the big screens as well.
Well done.
Here's Mayenda. He's picked up on the right side of midfield, edge of the area. Mayenda in the penalty box. And the end is forced behind for a corner.
I love that. That's my favourite.
That's what we want to do. Get him in
it's Sam Fender. He plays for Sunderland.
He came short for
a ball. Walking down the street, and the people around me say, "Oh, dead man, what's your name?"
That's my favourite bit.
Right at the heart of the Sheffield United defence. That was good play.
So
shared on Twitter. Cheers, Jill. Hello, Tim Stalker. How are you, mate? Good to see you.
In the 24th minute, it's 0-0.
That's a young girl that passed away. Yeah, you don't want any
corner.
of that,
Riggs
nice to see
just outside the D. Dan Neal in the centre circle.
Good ball in.
Yeah,
and the corner from Who's it? Hume. Who's taking the corner this time? Because
no,
Lefay's in at the edge of the penalty area. It's Hume, isn't it? Trey Hume is taking this corner.
This is off the training.
There's a bit of movement here now from Rigg running onto it. The short corner back out to Hume on the right, puts it back in. It's headed clear though by Chowdhury. And there's a possible break here now. Away over the halfway line. Hamer's still going. The Dutchman is trying to slip it through to Campbell. With Patterson to beat it done. They're one up, Sheffield United.
Sheffield United 1-0 up.
Oh my
Sunderland's corner.
God.
They've broken quickly through Hamer and
Yeah,
Campbell's
they're
tipped it
dangerous.
over Patterson into the bottom corner. And Sheffield United take the lead in the 25th
I just
minute.
hope it's not going to be
It's a
around.
mistake. I mean, the corner routine, they got the first part of it right, but it's got to be cleared at the near post. I'm not sure who was our deepest man there, who was on the halfway line. Was it Sirkin?
Too easy that for Sheffield United, wasn't it?
Neil, I'm not sure if he should have come and go again.
He's got to go across.
I thought he should have got him, maybe because he's last man, but I think he had to go and win the ball.
No, he's got to get across his pace.
All they need now is VAR to interact.
Hamer's got away from him with his pace.
Tyrese Campbell is 11th of the
Hey, this could be a
season.
3 or
He
4
broke
now,
to the
this
edge of the
Richie.
area.
If we didn't
It was
tighten up at
slipped
the
through
back, you know.
nicely to him, and he was 12 yards out and put it in the bottom right corner.
It's a great finish.
That's some
But it's
three players around
poor
him.
defending by
When he's
Sunderland.
breaking down that right there, left hand side.
Get done by-
Nutmegs
You know,
down
it was
Neil.
our set
Where's the
piece.
ball through? Brilliant
They
finish
were
from
being
there
called
forward.
out.
But he's the problem, that corner.
From one end to the other, and that, I guess, is where
We don't
Well,
take the best
Sheffield
food,
United
no.
will pose that threat, the experience. Sheffield United 1, Sunderland 0 into the 26th minute. We're waiting for the restart.
Yeah, Marianne and Carl Taylor, hello, says, I'm sorry, like, but why is
Sunderland
that ball
have to
from the
cover
corner
it.
not going into the box? Why the short corner? Absolutely.
It was swiftly done by.
It was swiftly done, but we've got to defend better than that, Nick.
First, because Chris
You know,
Rigg was at the
Hamer's
back post there, and then he
basically
couldn't run him
outrun.
down for short. It looks like there's something we've been
Is
working
it
on.
Dan Neil?
Gosh.
I'm assuming so because Neil was the
Rooster
last.
says
but we'd have to
disgrace
see
that
a
we
replay
couldn't
of
have started this game any worse. We haven't been the best,
that.
Richard.
The game has
We are
restarted.
playing a quality side. You can't argue
red
that.
Smoke from flares in the Sheffield United
You know,
end.
Sunderland
They
fans
lead
saying it's our
1-0.
time and that. It's great to be
We
positive,
played
but
26 minutes.
you've got to remember who we're playing here.
And Sunderland
You're
are
virtually
gonna win
playing a
this, have to
Premier
come
League side, man,
from
Rich. Do
behind
you know what I
and
mean? The
score at
strength
least.
and depth.
Well, you can argue it could go to extra time and penalties, but they need a goal.
Richie, the way we're set up at the minute.
Which is on fire. It's ablaze in red at the moment.
Oh,
As Joe picks up the ball, plays it back onto the halfway line to Ballard. Ballard wide then.
been here
to
before, though,
Hughes.
Cabby.
Rigg
Eh?
inside
Been
with the
1-0
cross
down.
inside here to Hughes.
Been
Andrews
1-0
headed
down in
over.
games before, we'll come back to it.
I know.
Cross. Yeah, I mean, look, that's exactly what we've been.
Paul Hogan says
criticising
3-0 to the
Roberts for
Blades.
not doing.
Amelia
He
still
gets the
early in
ball.
the game.
I mean, he's 30 yards from the byline.
Your mate
and he
Jason
just-
Webster
but he
says
just gets it in the box. And
we
the end is
started the
quick
way
enough
we
to
did
get on the
against
end of it,
Coventry.
just couldn't quite direct his header.
the hair and the tortoise, Smackham fans, it's
1-0
not how the
still
race
to
starts,
Sheffield
it's how
United.
you
There's a
finish it. It's
haze
right, like.
from the flares sitting over the
Brian Hughes says, what the hell is the defence doing standing still? It was the corner that caused the problem, mate. Get the corner whipped in.
Sunderland have got to stay
It's
focused,
fanning
they've got to
about the
stay
short
calm.
corners, eh?
It's still a long way to go. Sirkin heads it on.
Oops.
Over Chowdhury's head, but behind him is
Exactly,
Sousa.
Cabby, especially when we've
Can't
got
keep the ball
Ballard
in.
and
Flag is
Messi
up for a throw
I know.
looking
to
into them two.
Sunderland on the left-hand side, but Sirkin takes quickly.
Roy
Joe
Meadows, didn't these
plays
keep
it
most
back.
of their players from the relegation team? Well, yeah, like I say, you are virtually playing a Premier League side here. I know they
Across
didn't
to
get up,
Ballard,
but
and
the third off top for a reason. I think the 12 or
shout
14
out to
points
Ray
ahead of
Spencer,
Sunderland for a reason as well.
Custom House,
So
who can't be here today as the ball goes behind.
if we don't tighten up our defences and Sheffield United break, it could be a 4-0 today. And I'm not trying to be negative. I've seen the match so far, and it's too easy for Sheffield United. They're not a Coventry. They're a quality side, Sheffield United. They're Punisher. This is what a Premier League or a virtual Premier League side does.
Played enough football yet, Benno, to
If
do
they get that chance,
Got
they
through
put
the
it away.
first
It's simple
line
as that.
often enough, have we?
It's,
And,
you
it's
can't
been
get it any clearer than
It's been
that.
a scrap so far, and the Sheffield United are better than that than we are.
Tricia says it'll give us a kick up the bum. However, lads, we can do this. It's not over yet. Yeah, it's had dislocated shoulder, Julie. Yeah.
And he's looking, trying to look that pass, but he's had to play.
Do you agree, Richie? Do you think it's?
But unfortunately, it's run out.
You know, you are playing a good side. They will punish you, Sheffield United. Recorded on Earth says Sheffield United did score 6 goals in the playoffs. Whether you can make an excuse that they had a player sent off Bristol, they still scored 6 goals, mate.
Isn't goal side of Rick. He's playing in front of him, so it's stopping the pass. Whereas usually the wing back will go goal side and let them have it, and then say, okay,
that's
beat
a foul
us
in
now. But I think Sheffield United are being brave enough to be further up the field.
So 1-0 to Sheffield United.
The look leagues apart at the minute. What I'm seeing so far, especially going forward, Rich.
Back up and away down the left of the penalty area. Chowdhury gets in front of him.
Yeah, they've got the quality. I mean, that man.
He's given a free kick. He was barely touched by.
You know, best player in the championship for a reason. I mean, that ball, three of our players around him, still nutmeg down the to get this over.
Yeah.
1-0 then to Sheffield United.
He's a test.
We've got plenty of time to get back into the game, Nick.
Yes, I said there's a long way to go in the game.
And
I mean, it says Sheffield United only became good when Wilder went back to them. Our confidence looks shot at the minute. We've never really got out of the blocks, Roy.
We've just got to get it together again.
Free kick taken by the goalkeeper, Michael Cooper. Sweeps it down the left onto the head of Dennis Sirkin, headed back in to the Sunderland half effectively by Sidney Peck, but Mepham's there at the back to tidy that up. Back it goes.
Thanks for the subscriber.
To Patterson, who taps it out on this right-hand side. Patterson again, out again. To the left.
Sometimes you're just playing a better team, Richie, and there's no you can do, mate.
Away from Mundle.
And from down in half time, still 1-0, a lot of people okay.
Should have gone out to Rig there,
to Patterson. Long ball.
Passing isn't good, Jill. No.
The corner almost for Hume to pull back to Rig in the penalty area. Tries to turn it inside and it's cleared on the goal line.
I mean, I think that there shows you that Sheffield United are further on to us than teams have been in the season. And I think they're the space, so there has to be space.
Dougie says, I don't think we're playing that bad.
It's got to be the right
we're not
pass.
playing
It's
that bad, no.
Just on it. It's got to
Sheffield
be
United are just so much better.
So that when it bounces, it doesn't skid through. And that was a good example there.
Ballard out to Mundle on the left wing here.
But we've got to have players who are willing to run in behind.
John Nesbitt says this is awful to watch. Sheffield United playing like the crazy gang. Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. However, that's this big problem.
Mepham, who's on the right now, and out to Hume on the right wing.
Would you change anything, Richie?
Nah, keep it the same. If we're going 1-0,
wide on the left.
Playing the same team.
Sirkin inside again to Job. Job taking it into the centre to Dan Neal, looking for Lefay. One touch back to Job, and now down the left again to
We've
Sirkin,
just not done anything up front, have we?
down the left of the penalty area. Chowdhury gets on the edge of him, in front of him, and it goes back for a goal kick.
Good defending. Defended well against him.
Yeah,
we've got to find another way.
Getting through that side.
If we do lose this, I'm straight away within a second the referee blows final whistle. I'm straight away focusing on next season.
A big shout out as well to Tom.
I'm not going to be too disappointed today. They've done amazing together. Yeah.
Armstrong House in Sunderland. He's been following nearly 100 years of the Red.
We had nobody but just seen the replay that goal.
So
had Dan Neal chasing back and Enzo Lefay was the only one coming in the middle.
Hopefully listening. This afternoon yet. You're looking at the replay. The Campbell goal is Mepham now having to hold off Campbell, who puts the goal behind for a ball behind. It comes off Mepham for a corner to Sheffield United, their first corner of the afternoon.
That was so easy, just seeing the replay of their goal. It was just so easy done.
You know who the target is.
Need to show more aggression, says Jill. Damo says we aren't playing badly, they just need holding the ball better, and his Sheffield red card wouldn't go amiss.
A long way to go. Corner on the left end.
Millen says should never have made the final. Is that us or Sheffield United?
Who's taking this? It's Hamer, isn't it?
We made the final because we did it.
That's who they've got to keep an eye on.
You beat the team in aggregate, you deserve to be in the final.
Corner from the left is swung in here, headed away by Ballard. Driven back in, he scored!
2-0.
That's it. That's it, we're done. You know,
Who smashed it in from 25 yards
don't know, like,
through a sea of bodies.
They're just too good.
Not
man.
going
And
back.
Sheffield United in the 34th minute have doubled the lead.
They're just
They're
too good,
2-0 up.
Richie.
That's a good goal. He's hit it.
It was a
He's-
terrific finish.
Yeah, he did the right thing.
Or was it Burrows?
I think it might
They're a
have been
good side,
Burrows.
It's
Richie.
Harrison Burrows, isn't
They're
it?
a good
Burrows
side,
had
eh?
come across
Yeah.
his right-hand side
oh, what a goal they scored there as well.
and just smashed it. It's Burrows.
Outside the area, full volley. Love that.
The ball cleared straight out to Harrison Burrows, the left back.
Not ready,
Offside
Rich, yet, are we?
Ooh, there might be an offside here, you know. He's in front of the goalkeeper.
Like the offside goal.
Is it going to get? Well, it will be checked by VAR, won't it?
He's actually stood in front of the goalkeeper. Yeah,
So
yeah,
there'd
there's
be,
another
no
offside.
silver.
This could, with VAR, this could be.
I mean, he goes to head
He's
it as
be
well.
offside.
Well, there are two players who can
Yeah.
argue in front
VAR
of
not,
Patterson.
Richie. We're not
Right,
getting
but
past
here was
these
VAR
today,
now,
mate. They're too
looking
strong.
at this.
They're too strong, man.
Well, we might hear the biggest roar from the Sunderland end in a minute.
Yeah.
Can you
And
see
they're
us
looking
doing
at an
anything
angle
against
from
these,
behind
Richie?
the goal, and Campbell is
No.
definitely. Oh, it's Sousa.
Robinson, is it?
Sousa is on the goalkeeper, is on Patterson. He runs back away from Patterson, Vinny Sousa, and
Going down the touchline. Have a look.
waiting
Come
to
on, offside,
restart the
please.
game, Sunderland. Possible offside, checking goal, VAR. We said it would be used, and the goal has been.
No, he's gone to the camera.
No, he's going
Go
to
to the screen.
the screen.
He's gone to the screen. That usually means offside,
Chris
Rich.
Kavanagh has gone across to the far side of the
Aye,
pitch.
but it's because he's in line of
I mean,
sight
he
of
wasn't
Patterson, isn't he?
directly
So he's lost Patterson.
Come on,
He's
Richie, man. We
offside.
kind of keep relying on VAR. Do you really think we're going to
Ball does go
overturn
very
these today?
Close to the Sheffield United player.
They're destroying us
Yeah,
going
yeah,
forward,
yeah.
man.
So it's
Yeah.
a one.
Chris Kavanagh, he's watching now the
If this is
angle from the
offside,
left
we've still got a
wing
chance to recover.
as it
He's
comes
in
out,
offside
and
position
now
as well.
from behind the
Who's
goal.
offside? Like, I'm
I
trying
think
to
they're
work it
looking
out.
at when he actually strikes the ball. Is he?
Here's
Can he
the
see the
strike
ball?
of the ball.
21, I
Yeah,
think it
there's
is.
two
I'm not
players
sure
in
who
front
it
of
is.
him.
He's
Yeah.
apparently
He runs
blocking
across his line of
Patterson's
vision.
view when the ball was played in, so he's offside.
He's still
seen
deliberating.
him
Chris
think of
Kavanagh.
it.
I think he'll let it stand.
Do you?
Although,
He didn't know.
I mean, I don't think it should, but I think there's sort of space that actually Patterson
I know he's
can
coming
see the
back
ball.
now, Chris Kavanagh. He's strolling
he
back
doesn't
on
know.
to the pitch,
Oh,
and he's going,
Yes!
showing the screen.
Yes!
And
oh, he's going to announce it, is he?
is he?
Yes! Oh, got off on there, man.
Allowed.
Thank goodness for that.
Oh,
Sunderland fans erupt.
It's like American football now,
The
isn't
goal
it?
has been disallowed.
The
We
announcement
said
of the referee.
VAR would play a part this afternoon.
Cool, weird.
No, but Rich, I'm not cheering, mate. I'm not cheering because the fact,
Come
like,
on, boys.
Well, another 2 or 3 minutes to add on as well,
that
Nick.
doesn't.
Indeed,
That's
it's
not
gonna
really
be
getting
about
us out
8 or
of
9
anything.
minutes.
They're destroying us when they're
Mario
going
at the end
forward,
of
man.
this first half.
Absolutely tearing us to bits.
Come on.
Well,
And the positive
1-0 into
caveats.
Sheffield
We're only
United.
one now.
you know
You
what?
know what I
I
mean?
thought-
36
You know what
minutes.
we're like.
I thought that was quite telling a bit as well, the way
That's the only positive
Sheffield
from it.
United obviously were
Only
pleased when
one
they
nil.
scored the first goal, but I think when they thought they'd
We're
scored
not
the
playing
second, the
badly.
celebrations were,
We're just
you know, more
lacking
euphoric.
It's the
So
same
let's hope
every
that's
single time,
a
Paddy.
setback
It's
for
the
them
final
after our
third.
own setback with losing 0-9.
Launching
Get
balls
in
and
the
hoping
game.
to hit the counter.
Well, it's a
Same
bit of
thing.
a wake-up call in one sense, isn't it?
It is. And
Yeah.
Well, if
I've
that's
seen
done,
already, I just
sorry,
think
like
that
with
we're
that,
missing Roberts on
we
the
would,
right
no way we
side.
would have come back.
Interesting,
with
isn't
3
it?
goals.
After that great debate about who would we rather see on the right wing, Roberts on the bench this afternoon,
I
and
wonder how Davey reacted to
a
that.
throw to Sunderland, which Sirkin takes halfway inside the Sheffield United half. Back to Ballard here, and just inside the Sunderland half.
Come on, boys.
No more
Come on.
relieved than
Get
the
in half
38th
time, 1-0.
Patterson to
Come
our
on.
right. Sunderland fans, as the ball hooked away from Mayenda by Burrows, the left back, who's
Playing
got
too high of a
spectacular
defensive
finish,
line,
mind.
man.
But we're
There's
still
been-
losing.
Why
Let's
was it
not
Let's
Everyone
not
off.
forget that we're still
Roberts
losing. We
taking us
need
further
that
down the
response.
field.
Yeah.
There's Ballard inside the Sheffield United half. Mundle on the left of the penalty area. Chowdhury inside the box, but he's got Brewster on his shoulder. It comes to Jobe at the back of the area. He passes it wide to Hume to cross and an attempt at an overhead
Look
kick
on
by
that.
a
This
donkey
like a
kick
good
by
goal,
Rick.
says Conrad.
But he missed
That's
it
what
completely.
Sheffield United
The
has to
goalkeeper
come up
got it.
against next year. And good
We
luck.
just need to do a little bit better around that 18-yard box.
smell
Hell of a full volley outside the area.
Maybe
That's
Jason
what
Webster just says, bit of luck, but I don't think it matters. He also thinks that Sheffield United are just miles ahead.
Cooper.
Oh, they're the better team, without question.
In the 39th minute, kicks up towards
Got
Moore.
off from
Ballard
this
heads
would
it away.
be your
Joe
Cabin's
nods it
coming
into
to a
the
rescue
path
a
of
bit
Rig
there, mate.
in the centre circle. Lays it off to Hume. Hume inside to Mepham. Mepham to Ballard. And out wide to Cirkin.
Would you be satisfied
On
1-0
again
at
to
half time,
Mundle on the
Cabby?
halfway
You up,
line.
mate?
Stabbed out by Brewster.
Would you be happy going in
Just in
1-0
front
down?
of Regis Lebris.
It's not so much the
Changing
scoreline
the-
that bothers us. It's how we're playing. We just haven't done anything.
And Kiefer Moore goes to close him down. It's laid off to Hume.
Paul
Quickly
Holden
on
says, wait
to
until
Rig on
second
the
half
halfway
blades
line.
come
Back
out.
to
3
Hume,
more
inside to Dan
goals, he
Neal.
says.
Neal now plays it back to Ballard. Ballard looking for the run of Mundle.
Offside.
That is, offside. Flag up. And Michael Cooper will
Well, we can't sit and defend for 90 minutes, can we? Because we can't defend being 1 goal down.
take the free kick.
At the end of the game, both
Taps it
Cabby
to
very quiet as half.
Robinson back to
Towards the likes of Joe.
Hodzic down the right wing to Brewster.
First Rig's hardly
Looking for
done now.
Campbell, who just throws Ballard to the
Riggs
floor.
done now,
Referee
even Lefay's done now.
giving the free kick.
Sheffield United
That's
haven't
on
put
Danny
more than
struggling with
2 or
it
3
again.
passes together.
Does he change
They
formation?
just
What does he
not
do?
mess about, and they're happy.
If it was me managing,
just think
yes,
they're missing that
4-4-2,
right
I'd
side.
bring
I
Rig
really
off
do.
now, but he's a
I'm going
goal.
to ban you from saying that now. You've
Okay.
said it.
Has
5
Enzo
times.
Lafay touched the ball yet, says Harry?
Well,
Let the game. I think I don't agree.
A couple of times, but
Just because I think the difficulty is that
struggled.
where they are in the field, in their positions, is their back 4 are high up. They're happy to let us run going behind, but we're not. It's not really our
See,
game.
I don't
is
get
we
it,
don't
Cabby.
often play
And I know people are annoyed that
balls.
we're going over the.
So that's making us play in very tight areas around the centre circle,
But
and we're not.
let's be honest,
doing
right?
that well at it at the
Ball
moment.
again.
I just
Robinson,
want that
long
straight
high
up.
ball
terrible
straight up to
for the
Moore, who
2
gets it
games
back
being
again from
pumped.
Hamer.
But
And it's
the
curled into
one
the
thing
penalty
that
area, but
Patrick
ahead of
Roberts
Campbell, he's
did
got to
that was
sprint across
brilliant
to the
was
touchline.
his
He's not going to
defensive
get there.
work coming back and supporting
And it's a
Trey
throw
Hume.
for Sunderland, just
If
time.
they've got Farmer on that
Channel
left hand
again.
side today, Chris Rigg is not coming back and helping Trey Hume.
Exploiting that,
Trey Hume
yeah.
by
It's a ball
himself,
in the channel, but it's
relying
also
on the
wind
likes
in
of
ball
Sam
as
Neal
well. I
coming
think
over
The quality of ball
to
in
go
the channel.
2-on-1 against them, it's not working. They need Chris Rigg to come back,
We're in
move
the
a lap with
42nd
Hume
minute.
from that
I'm
left hand
guessing it's going to be 8 or 9
right-hand
minutes
side.
at the end of the
Yeah, I know, Richie. Yeah,
first half.
agree with you on that
Sheffield
one.
United leading through that 25th minute.
Roy
goal
says if
from
we don't go up,
Tyrese Campbell.
it is. If we don't go up, we'll need
Cirkin
at least
with the
11
throw.
players.
Chowdhury
If
heads
we
it
don't
on,
go up, like I say,
out for a throw
it's
again to
disappointing,
Sunderland
but
on the
you've got to say
left-hand
well done, lads,
side.
getting in and putting
Cirkin
the 3
halfway inside
possibly
his
Premier
own
League teams
half.
under pressure.
Luco 9
You know,
replaced
we're
early
such a
on
young
with
squad.
shoulder injury. Goal
I'm just straight
disallowed
away
through
focusing
VAR
on
for offside for Sheffield United.
next season.
Again,
Jill
1-0.
says
We're
we have no aggression
live on BBC Radio
whatsoever.
Newcastle. Hume has the ball
Do you
on the
agree on that,
right
Richie?
side. He's in the
Yeah,
Sunderland
not going
half, still
forward,
is in
but
the
yeah.
centre.
John Nesbitt says
Strong goal.
dropping
the
Isidore and
it's-
Roberts
there's
is a
about
massive
25
blunder.
yards
Rig
between
completely
our
out
back
of his
four and their
depth
back
here.
four.
Cappers, we
Very,
haven't
He is.
got the outlet.
very compressed.
We haven't
done
got
now.
the outlet on the right hand side.
Well, he's there.
Usually you
He's
stick-
there now.
Yeah, you usually give it to Roberts if he was
Yeah,
out
but
there.
they can't give it to him because they're having to. They'd have to
Okay.
play through the Sheffield United players.
Okay.
Well, it's out on the left now with Lefay. Inside to Joe.
Oh,
Joe
God.
in the middle to Dan Neal. Neal
He could have put it-
looking to try
Now,
and get it out.
John
now.
Yule
Roberts
says
will
our
get the
game
ball
plan is
into
not
the
working. We
field.
have to
That's
change
what you do.
formation.
On now to Mienda, bounces off him effectively. Rick trying to win it back, but it's come back then on the left for Hamer. And he whips the ball down the right wing for Campbell to try and run onto, but it's out. It's a throw to Sunderland, which Ballard takes quickly into Joe at the edge of his own penalty
Look how high.
area.
I mean, we've in a way, Mienda. We probably
Damo
do need to
says-
look for some outball, like quick outball.
I'd be happy going 1-0 down at
Plays it
half time
wide.
as long as we go
Played
in at
back
least
by
2-1
Hume
up at
to
full time.
Patterson.
Ryan Jones says Regis Labrie needs to go. He says his tactics are awful. Defend, defend, defend. Last ditch hope for a counter. Try to come back second half.
Campbell's
Prem
standing
will
in
be
front
5 or
of him.
6-0 down
Plays
at
it
half
back
time every
inside
game.
to
So that's harsh
Chris
words
Mepham.
from Ryan there.
Mepham, who
Flip-flopping
wouldn't
with
have
the
been
ball,
expected to play this early
says
in the
Jill
game,
Jill.
as early as the
And
8th
Roy
minute
agrees with
the
John.
Shoulder injury to Luke O'Nien saw his introduction to the game. The fourth official.
Rick Jackson says Sunderland's support has been dreadful. Well, you should have seen them at Trafalgar Square.
1-0 to Sheffield United. Mundle wins it here. Mundle taking this on. 4 Sheffield United players around him. He gets round one. He's tackled by.
I take no notice whatsoever of the celebrations pre-match. I just focus on after the game what happens.
Down the right to Campbell on the halfway line, and then back to Chowdhury.
I didn't see the point of it. Flooding Trafalgar Square with your flares and fireworks and stuff. Am I just being negative here? I'm not saying didn't enjoy yourselves, but
Hamer on that left-hand side.
Do it if you've won it.
He's cutting inside. He's tackled by Hume, but it runs to Hamer, and Hamer now into the middle to Sidipak.
NM says it's men against boys here.
Leaves it for Hamer.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
To Burrows,
offside.
And that's an offside more.
Offside.
And the ball is headed away by Cirk, and the flag won't come up.
So you reckon that would have been game over, Richie? 2-0 down.
Brewster trying to find Campbell, but
Doesn't look at the whole force with that to take the extra time, but I could have seen them scoring again. So we're lucky we got away with that.
Seconds away from finding out how much time added on at the end of this first 45. It's 1-0 to Sheffield United.
7 minutes.
8 minutes.
More than that, do you not think?
Yeah, I think 9.
8. There you go. 8 minutes.
What do you think, then, Cabby? Do you think it's just the forward line? Is it? Or do you think they're just struggling everywhere?
1-0. Ball back with.
I just think Sheffield United are a better all over the pitch, mate. It's as simple as that. You can't argue with it. They've got the depth, they've got the experience. And sometimes you're just playing a better side. It's a stronger side. There's no complications about it. John Nesbitt says it's over now, Cabby. Never mind 2-0 down. Well, we certainly don't look like scoring from anything, do we?
Slips it along the line.
Midfield needs to step up. David Brown says Newcastle will batter us if we go up.
Ballard wide again to Mundle. Mundle inside again to Job. Job. He's going to try and find Mundle on the left. It's closed down.
It's very tight. They're closing down, but also, you look at the area that Lefay is trying to play in. He's got 3 players around in a
Can't just keep passing sideways, backwards, here and there and everywhere. They'll get that ball forward in numbers.
Closed down by Campbell inside to Ballard in the middle. Ballard taking this on, looking to try and get it out wide to Rigg and Hume. Hume back to Rigg on the touchline. Rigg now pushing on. Immediately closed down.
I think Sunderland need to change formation. This is too stifled, Rich.
Yeah,
it didn't work.
4-4-2.
Ballard on the left of central.
I'm surprised he hasn't started with it.
Towards the edge of the area, runs into Akmahodžević, and then
there's no room anywhere on the pitch for us to go.
At the edge of the penalty area, Mienda wide to Rigg.
Mienda needs it though. It's been improving in the last couple of games. We had better when they're playing together with top. Get them on the count.
Busy,
playing like this is new, but who do you drop? I mean,
into him a little bit more.
Who could we put on that right hand side and take Chris off?
I know.
On the right hand side, it's Sunderland's third.
3-star says 61% Sunderland possession needs to make that quality pass. Absolutely.
He's probably where that ball got cleared to, but I think
it's just backwards and sideways football, man.
John Nesbitt says Sky's to blame for all this looking after the chosen few with all their parachute money. You can't compete, simple as that. And that is a massive point. You can't argue with John Nesbitt there.
Sheffield United defended. It's going to come back out on the far side.
Brought
down neatly and put into the penalty area and across to Hume on the left-hand side, but a block by Burrows has come right across the pitch again for Sheffield United. It's come all the way back.
What you don't want to happen is the same 3 teams getting promoted, the same 3 teams getting relegated, the same 3 teams getting promoted. Can you imagine how boring that's going to be?
Just do to raise the tempo a little bit.
Because if they keep feeding clubs with parachute payments, they're already miles ahead before the season starts. I know every now and again you look at Sunderland or Luton Town, for example, it doesn't happen.
He's got Brewster in front of him, Mundle onto his right, Brewster blocks it. A chase back for Mundle to get there ahead of Brewster, which he does well there to pull it back.
But some will say you don't need to celebrate at Trafalgar Square and Sunderland have took over all London. At the end of the day, it's about doing business on the pitch.
Low ball into the box. Mienda tries to sweep his left foot through it. Sheffield United get it clear.
Oh, that's a rush.
Hamer who just smashes it in the air. It comes down for Moore. Running onto it, Hamer looking for Campbell on halfway. Ballard blocks. It's headed on by
Scraps again.
Campbell to Hamer, but runs off to Mepham. And Mepham bringing this back up towards
man, my end has had
halfway.
4. Where's the support for my end?
We're in the
Nobody support.
49th minute, 8 minutes being added on. Mienda now driving forwards, he stumbles.
Referee.
The referee says the ball was played.
I'm amazed how it's only just
Back
1-0.
to
Seriously.
The
Well, he pushed him in the back. That was
Well,
similar to
there's
the
no
free kick
reason,
he
yeah,
gave against
2-0,
Mundle on the
question.
corner. 5-10
Recorded
minutes
on
ago.
Earth says our last parachute
Sheffield
payment
United lead 1-0.
was used by Donald Duck
Here's
to buy
Brewster
Sunderland.
on
Yeah,
the right wing.
and he
We're in
fluffed
added
it by
time
not
at the end of
buying.
the first half.
What was
I'm
that?
gonna
What was that
also
guy?
mention it.
Guy's
Come on,
name.
Come on.
Mystic
We
Benno.
will see Robert.
He was scoring for fun
Either
for
10
Sunderland in
minutes
League One.
or
Can you remember
at
his name,
half-time.
Rich?
Okay.
Madja.
Here's Neil.
That's what
Josh
we
Madja.
screwed up that
To
season, not
Ballard
getting
and
him.
out to Mundle.
It was
Wide
class,
on the
wasn't it?
left, halfway inside the Sheffield United half. Back to Ballard, just in the half, into the centre circle to Mepham. Mepham rolls it on to Dan Neil. Neil now gets it out for Hume, almost in the corner.
Get in
Looks
there.
up on the goal line, pulls it back into the penalty area, but it's Chowdhury heads it out. Drops again for Neil, who finds Job, immediately closed down, but at the edge of the area it's Rigg. Lays it off to Neil. Neil
He
drives
did, he
it into
went
the
to
penalty
Bordeaux,
area,
that's right.
and it's come back out for
Sent
Rigg's
to
shot.
Bordeaux.
A volley, half volley, straight to the goalkeeper. 50 minutes played, Sheffield United lead 1-0.
All says
This
it's
is
awful
hard
list,
work,
like flip-flopping, wasting
Got
time.
40 minutes left of the
Roy
third
says Labrie won't
half.
change anything until the last minute. His game
Cooper
management is
throws the ball
questionable.
down.
Fernie says Premier League getting to be a
Orange
closed
man
shop. They should
kicks it
give
up
newly
through
promoted
the middle.
teams more spend if they
Headed
can afford
away
to do it.
from
Give them a
Moore.
chance of staying up. Totally agree,
Bounces
Fernie.
awkwardly in the centre. Sousa finds Brewster.
They might be a
then
better
loses
side,
it.
but anything
Joe
can happen,
got
says
to get
Dragon
there ahead
Hunter.
of Sousa.
Things happen in the second
Challenge.
half, said
Ball
Steve. And
out
so
here
far, it's
for a
just looking
throw
like
to
Sheffield
Sunderland.
United will do it, but
Sousa's
you
still
never
gonna
know.
appeal.
I might be wrong
It's a
though,
Sheffield United
and we
ball,
bought that
but
player
London
from the
takes the
Championship.
throw.
He flopped
Back to
massively.
Ballard.
Yeah, real Grig.
Edge of the
Well, Greg,
Sunderland
aye.
penalty
Wigan,
area.
wasn't it, that we bought him?
Mepham now on the right hand side. Mepham
He's still playing in a lot of
onto
leagues, him.
halfway. Rigg
He is, yeah.
back to Neil. Neil lays it off to Ballard.
Is it
Ballard
Morecambe or something?
forwards
Or
down the
something
left
like
to
that, isn't it?
Mundle.
Aye.
Brewster in front
League
of him.
Two,
He's
I
trying
think,
to
is
slip
it?
it through to Lafay. Lafay does get in between the two defenders. In the end, it's just knocked out for a throw to Sunderland.
The
Lafay's
only
gonna
hope
take it.
you can say this
Back
half
to
is
Sirkin.
it is only 1-0.
Sirkin back to Lafay on the left wing.
Yep.
Lafay,
That's it.
Brewster in front of him.
Uh-huh.
Sirkin goes
But
round
we've been
him.
out-muscled
Lafay
all over
tries
the
to
pitch.
drive it
We've
into the
been
box, blocked by Campbell.
out-tacticked all
Comes
over
to
the game, all
He
through the
knocks it
game.
out
With
for a throw, and the offside
they're
flag
stifling us on every move. They look calm in defence, Sheffield United,
52nd minute,
and they
a
look
minute and a
massively
half
dangerous
left
when they are going forward.
First half, there's no more time added on.
It's only 1-0
Very
Sheffield
eventful first
United,
half
but they
again
look
with
very,
O'Rien's
very
injury,
comfortable
the
doing
goal,
being in that league, Richie. That's the
disallowed
trouble.
goal.
Chesterfield,
Sheffield
Gary,
United
that's right.
leading 1-0.
They do,
Out
don't they,
comes
Rich? They look comfortable.
throws the ball
Yeah.
back behind him.
They'll want another goal and sort of tell him
All the
off a bit.
players drifting towards this near side, the Sheffield United right, and Cooper's
3-star
scratching about.
says, even if
where he's
Sheffield
put the
United get
ball,
the golden ticket today,
and
Sunderland, I'm
eventually
sure, will have
Sheffield
many big
United
offers
keeper
for some
take
of your
the free
talented
kick.
players
It
that can
floats
help
up over
strengthen in
halfway
key
line.
areas.
Up goes Ballard and Moore, and drops for Sousa.
Still good.
Comes back to Burrows in the centre circle. He's trying to get it forwards again to Moore. Ballard heads it straight down to keeper
Yeah,
Moore,
possession means
but it's
absolutely
come
nothing.
back to Trey Hume. Hume at the right corner of the penalty area plays it back to Patterson. Patterson to Ballard, brings it out now. We're in the, well, we've got 30 seconds or so of the minimum 8 minutes left.
It is Conrad Tank,
play.
absolutely.
Back with Mepham again. Mepham
What is going on
Out
here,
there.
man?
plays it back to Hume on the right hand side.
That's it.
20
Off then.
seconds maybe left. Hume with his foot on the ball, drawing Sheffield United players towards him, then to Mepham and out to Ballard on his left hand side. And then he's blown before the
There's a half-time whistle.
full 8 minutes are up. And Sheffield United will go in at the break leading by a goal to nil. So, I mean, losing 09, well, that's a blow. Mepham more than adequate replacement in that sense. The goal
You've been
from
totally
Sunderland's
outfought there,
corner.
Regis Labrie, mate.
should have done better as the
Should have
argument.
done better.
Totally being
I
outfought
think
at half time.
Again, I just think that Dan Neil was caught with a bit of pace. It was a great ball in by Moore. but
John
Tyrese
Nesbitt says none of these
Campbell, and
clubs
an
would
excellent
survive in the
finish,
top
but,
division.
you've
Won't
gotta
win
look at
5
it. It
matches.
was our set piece, and we've been caught short. And I just think that you're looking at the game for me is that it's too slow build up.
Thanks for the
I
2
don't
subscribers.
think-
Thank you very much.
My personal opinion is that we haven't got an outlet on the right hand side. Chris Rigg wants to come inside all the time, where Roberts gets it, he gets it in tight positions, and he'll
So
take
everybody's
us,
been
I think,
saying
30, 40
to
yards
drop
up the
Roberts,
field.
but
At least
now
he
they're
does
saying
that.
we're
He
missing him
tries
like
to
a hole
create
in the head.
something. At the present moment, it goes to Rigg, he checks back, but that's not his fault. We haven't seen Lefay on the ball. He's struggled to get into the game. We've only seen a little glimpses.
Let's see if we can get
of
to
Mayenda.
100
I
likes.
just think we just need
Thank
to
you very
quicken
much,
things up.
folks.
Sheffield United, what they do, they want to get the ball forward as quickly as possible, and where to do that is down the channel.
Talked about Lefay being a possible game changer for Sunderland. He's barely got on the ball.
Yeah,
He
me
hasn't got
too,
on the ball.
Tricia.
Talked about Gustavo Hamer for Sheffield United. He got on the ball, and it was his break that led to the goal. So, big game players.
Yeah, big game players, but I just think that he's seen what Sheffield United. That's why Tyrese Campbell's in the team. He's there to stretch Sunderland's defence, and he's doing that because what they're doing is getting the ball forward as quickly as possible into the channel.
Thankfully, only one goal in it. The second goal that Sheffield United scored in the 34th minute, disallowed for offside from Harrison Burrows. It was a good finish as well, but there were a couple of players standing in front of Patterson in an offside position. So it's still all to play for. We'll have the second half, of course, live on BBC Radio Newcastle. At half-time, it is Sheffield United 1, Sunderland 0.
Matt Bailey at breakfast.
We celebrate the things you've seen in your garden that aren't that.
Well, there we go. It's quite a strange feeling, isn't it, Richie? I was going to read some of the comments. John Nesbitt says, Cabby, who the hell has advised this coach? Loads of comments coming through now. You have to question who wants it more, says Jill. Sometimes, Jill,
Yeah.
you just have to hold your hands up when you're playing a stronger, better side. That's, have Sunderland got more in the locker? Have Sunderland got more? What can they do? Do they need to change the formation? Rich, what would you change? What would you say Sunderland need to do?
I think we're going to have to go 4-4-2 and just go for it. But it's getting wrong. The headache of who do we take off and who do we play away? That's the problem. Because we've got Mundell and we've got Lefay on, and Daniel and Job. So it's a bit of a tricky one who you're bringing off like for that. I mean, you could bring Chris Rigg off and put Mayenda maybe on the right and Isidore top, but like you'll probably play Paddy Roberts. But that's why I'm surprised he didn't start with the lineup that we did against Coventry and went 4-4-2 again. And then we've got the likes of Mundell, Isidore, Rigg on the bench that we could bring on. So it's a bit of a headache, but we're going to have to do something. If we really want it, we're going to have to go for it.
The fact is, though, you can go for it, Richie, but if the other side's just stronger than you, and they're on their game, what can you do?
Yeah, that's it as well. Copy there, very dangerous going forward.
Look at the teams that went up last season. It's like the good sides: Southampton, Leicester,
Ipswich.
and Ipswich. Good sides, but what can you do when you're up against elite teams? And I'm not saying Sheffield United are elite teams. I'm far from saying that, but the gap is still there. It's evidence on the pitch. You can see it. You can see what a step up they are compared to Coventry City by just how they break.
Yeah. Well, the beatable Coventry, we've already beat them this season. You know what I mean?
John Nesbitt says,
Beatable.
but Cabby, Sheffield aren't all that. Come on, one trick pony, up to that giraffe up front, but it's working. That's what they're doing.
That giraffe.
3-star says the Mackhams can still. This nothing would give me great pleasure than to see Chris Wilder totally humbled. Come on, full time second half. Dougie says I would bring Roberts on for Rigg, like Richie said. Mayenda on the right and Isidore on. More chance of winning the lottery. Telly. Fernie says at Bramall Lane you battered them and were unlucky to win. Need to get back to playing like that. Yeah, I mean that is a good point. But I mean they have strengthened their side, Sheffield United, and we really didn't strengthen our side in the January transfer window. Could that come back to bite us by not getting a recognised striker? They got Cannon and co. I don't know. Ryan Jones says, I think 3-4-3, go full out for the win. Nothing left to lose. It either works and we win or we lose, but either way we tried. Colin Major says, I think their heads went down when 09 went off. Honest Northern Gamer says, too much focus outside of football during the build-up. Social media was bigging us up like we were favourites. If we play Lee, we just did, we'll be back down straight away. And look, it's always going to happen when Sunderland go to Wembley, innit? The take over London and this and that and the other. But like I say, that's why I didn't take much notice of it. I didn't really watch the. You can't even call it Can you call it celebrations before the game? I suppose you can because you've got to Wembley. But
yeah, that's it.
I wouldn't even go to Trafalgar Square. I would just go straight to my hotel room. But if we won, I'd be diving in that fountain head first to me Mankini. that's the difference. But
I would still go just to get involved in it and build up the atmosphere, like. But I wouldn't be partying. That's for sure. Like definitely not. I would be partying if we won.
But can't.
I think it's just the fact that we're there again, isn't it? And showing that we're a well supported club and we're well backed by a lot of people. But we can't do anything about it. It's who's on that pitch and can only do things about it, not us.
But you cannot help but saying it's our year, this and that and the other. I mean, you support the club, don't you? You say things like that. You've got to go down there with some sort of optimism.
I still believe, I still believe it can be our way. It's just we need to turn up in the second half.
Let's get some more comments read. 12 seconds from our corner to their goal. That's what you get, Ryan, when you're playing a quality side and you're mucking about, piss-arsing about, mate. Get it whapped in. I mean, what would have happened if we took a short corner against Coventry that Tuesday night? Get it whapped in, man. That's where the danger is. You know.
Yeah. Got Ballard and Meffam on, man. There's no excuse. I was 6'4", so we repair them.
We can do it. This is bring Roberts and Isidore and we'll smash them. I guarantee it'll. He says he's going to bet his house on it. And I did look at him. Isidore did look frustrated that he's on the bench. He's got to change it up at half time. He's got to, and I wouldn't wait until the 80th, 70th minute to do it because the way we're set up at the minute, there's only another goal going to come, and that's come from Sheffield United, mate. He's got to change. He's got to change that at half time. And Breathe says John.
We've only got 2 subs now, Cubby.
Yeah, I know.
So we're going to have to be careful who we're bringing on and bringing off because if we get any more injuries in the second half and we've brought the 2 on, that's it, we're done.
D Hall says till the end.
Time when we get there.
Yeah. Yep. Dazes says we are not good enough for Premier League. It's all about investment. Unfortunately, it is. Northeast Bad Drivers UK says how were the lads. You got a channel. You should check out my other channel, Silly Sausages on Dashcam. It's quite funny. He says, how were the lads? John Dussaud, good to see you. He says, from what you're saying, it sounds like we're up against a better team. Some magic pixie dust needed from somewhere. Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes you just can't argue. You cannot complain. You know, if you're playing a better side and it's evidence out there, what can you do? It's a message to show like how much Sunderland need to invest. And they're going to have to invest if they want to get out the Championship. If this stays the same and they're wanting to see go for the top 2 or the top next season, they've got to massively invest. Sunderland, it's no good keeping with the strategy that they've got by getting youngsters in or getting freebies in or getting injured players and waiting for them to be fit in 4 months' time. That's all got to stop. You know what I mean? Because the gulf every season the gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. And if they want to get the top 2, they've got to be serious because they've got to straight away. They've got to go ahead and be ahead of the 3 teams coming down. It's a horrible loop to be in, but that's what you've got to do, isn't it, Rich?
Yeah.
Keith Ainsley says outplayed and getting beat. Roy says the problem is if we push up, they will flatten our back line and we could concede 2 or 3 goals very quickly. They're capable of doing that.
Already, the defensive line's way too high this half. Way too high.
Durham Diver says £290 million for grabs. We are a second half team. Keep the faith. Does the team, if the team loses, do they get any money for this or not?
I don't know, Cabby.
I don't
know. Idea. It's just all I've seen is how much you win if you win it.
John Nesbitt says, Colin, totally agree. I'm not an 09 fan, but it's definitely affected us. Second half, we'll definitely get caught out again, chasing the game for sure. Diane Milligan says, how are the lads from Cornwall? Dougie Stewart, only can hope that Sheffield United playoff jinx strikes again. Well, they certainly broke one jinx, and they've actually scored in the playoff final, which they've not been able to do in 9 attempts. Glitchy says we couldn't spend all that money though if we gone up. Well, I say that needs to change. Trisha says hit that subscribe button. Thanks very much, and you're doing a good job, Trisha, as well as Ian on the moderators. 3-star says, as your mate doing the stream with you, Matt and Cabby got a cold. He's got a bit of a bad cough, a bit of hay fever. He says perfect cure, couple of tots of whiskey in some Newcastle brown ale. He says only joking. He says tell him he can leave out the whiskey. Well, the best cure is for Sunderland to win this game. You'll forget about your cough then, won't you? DMO Rin says, got to see your channel has come on leaps and bounds. Rome wasn't built in a day. Thank you, DMO, but it's you lot that makes it, and people like Richie, Davey, Kev, and the moderators on the channel, Trisha and Ian that do it, and me members as well. C-Mac says, are we lacking a bit of optimism, positivity? Mayenda with a better header, and it's 1-1. We only need one moment to level it. Yeah, and we've got to get that moment and stop mucking about with corners. Get them whacked in, man. Davey Porter says, to be honest, whoever goes up will go down with embarrassment. It's all wrong. Steve Chilton says, Trisha, is the Derby pub still there? Near the old Walker ground. John Nesbitt says, let's not forget that the January window and the lack of a few more quality players, that's thanks to the one and only Speakman. Regis Magic Haware says John. Yeah, I know. Roy says, unfortunately, there's no trophy for winning Trafalgar Square. Wait, no, there never is. Enjoy the atmosphere, but I don't look at that as any guide that we're going to win it because we've packed Trafalgar Square out. Steve Chilton asked a question. I think I answered it. Did I answer it? I don't live in Sunderland now, Steve Chilton, so if anybody can answer that question, is the pub still there? Because I just live outside of Carlisle now since 1992. Keep the faith till the end, says Thomas. C-Max says, you sound like we've lost the game. Why don't we focus on how we win in 45 minutes? Who cares about after the game? Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, but we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to turn this around. My God, have we? It's not the case the fact like we're only 1-0 down. It's like how much Sheffield United look comfortable in this 1-0 lead. Yeah. We're not doing anything going forward. We're not threatening them. We're not making them look nervous. We're not making them under pressure in any which way, shape or form. They'd be quite comfortable playing the way they do. D. Hall says, get Big Davey in the halftime dressing room. Once a bridesmaids club, always a bridesmaid club, says John. Yeah, you don't live up north anymore, do you? What needs changing in second half, Cabby, Judith? Well, like I say, I just think formation change is needed.
Total Sport.
No changes. Lads are out now. There's no subs coming on, so I think it is as you were.
Slip it through to Campbell. With Patterson to beat it done. They're one up, Sheffield United. From Sunderland's corner, they've broken quickly through Hamer, and Campbell's chipped it over Patterson into the bottom corner. And Sheffield United take the lead in the 25th minute.
The Championship Playoff Final.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
No changes
No
at half
changes,
time. Sunderland will
pathetic,
get
says
the
Rooster.
second half underway. They're attacking from left to right as we look down from technically.
Chris Fairless says the most negative defeatist attitude I've ever heard from a set of fans in a 1-0 game. I'm ignoring the 1-0 game. I'm focusing on the way the both teams have played. That's what I'm focusing on, not the scoreline.
No changes at half time.
It's
with Patterson in goal,
the difference of quality out there.
Sirkin, Neil, Joe, Rigg, Lefay, Mundle and Miyanda. Had a conversation with a few
Rooster says you keep going on about them being so much better than us. It's only because we can't pass a ball 10 yards today without giving it away.
What they cannot afford to do is concede a second goal. As Mepham lays the ball off to
Need to get Lefay in the game more.
Miyanda on this right-hand side. He's tackled by Peck. Rigg tried to win it back. Peck gets the ball back again from Burrows up to the halfway line. Campbell, Mepham tried to stab it away. Now it's a chase back for Ballard to get in front of Campbell. Back to Patterson. Campbell
still optimistic with you then?
Run. Patterson gets the ball clear to the halfway line. And it's headed on by Chowdhury. One back by Neil.
Still hoping.
Neil gets it back from Lefay. Leaves it for Job now on the halfway line. Wide on the left to Mundle.
Right, get this corner in the box for Dan Ballard.
He's gone down the left of the penalty area. He tried to get the ball in and wins the corner.
We haven't been good enough, Packer. It's as simple as that.
Quicker play in the middle of the park there from Neil and Job, and who was on the left-hand side there.
But remember that game when we were 1-0 up against Portsmouth and we absolutely destroyed them in the Czech Trade Trophy final? Second half, it was a completely flipped on its side. They just outplayed us for the whole game. Second half.
For Sunderland away to our
Cheers,
right.
Trisha.
He's got Lefay over on that far side as well, down the touchline. And the players now grouping up at the far corner of the 6-yard box.
What a waste.
As,
what
just
a waste of a corner.
And Lefay has got to come in here, leaves it on the goal line for Rigg to try and cross. But it's gone behind. Didn't work for a goal kick.
See, that's the difference, man, Rich. We're not making any.
It's frustrating.
We're not causing any danger.
We've had some good ones this year, haven't we? Some good routines, but they're not quite happening today.
Not at the moment.
Once again, fanning about with short corners, man.
The Sheffield United goalkeeper, Reggie Stebris, black tie, black suit, white shirt.
So Sunderland are kicking in front of their fans for the second half.
Kira Louis Dreyfus, black suit, red tie, white shirt, watches on.
Kira Louis Dreyfus, look what's on.
The ball is kicked out by Cooper. It's
I don't know, Ryan.
Sunderland on the right-hand side, 48th minute. On the bench for Sunderland, Simon Moore, of course, Brown, Roberts, Isidore, Salis, Mepham, Hjelde, Watson and Jones.
Vital we don't concede another one, Rich.
Ballard lays the ball off the left to Sirkin inside the Sunderland half, looking for the longer ball down the left wing to try and put pressure on Chowdhury.
Looking a little bit more positive, though.
Over Mundle.
Come out a little bit more positive here.
18 yards from the corner on the left. Mundle takes it back to Job. And Job now cutting
get him off the pitch, man.
Rolls it into
Chris Wigg, what an absolute.
Turns away from Hamer. Finds Rigg on the right of the penalty area, but he just lost touch.
Get him off.
Just slipped away from him.
It's useless,
and Burrows
man.
is able to get the
What's
ball
happened
off
to Rigg? What's happened to Rigg, like?
Robinson, who hooks it away out into touch.
Don't know.
He's lost
his head.
And the throw is
He looks really nervous.
By Enzo Lefay.
Yeah.
Lefay cuts in and tries to from Hamer.
Paul Holden says £9
Neil
a pint at Wembley. Who's going to pay that?
Brewster straight onto it, and now to Kiefer Moore. Tackled by Mepham in the centre circle. Joe picks up the loose ball. Finds Sirkin inside the Sheffield United half. Down the left wing to Mundle. Mundle taking on Chowdhury. Down the left of the penalty area. Tries to bring the ball into Dan Neil. He's tackled the ball, falls though for Mundle on the left in the penalty area, and he wins the corner.
I'm glad I don't drink.
Here we go, come on. The crowd have got to feed off the players. You know, there's got to be a bit of energy from the players, and the crowd, you know, the supporters will get behind them. But that's a much better start to this half.
And Lefay's going to take this corner away on the left. Mundle jogs into the penalty area. One player left up at the centre circle. Dan Neil, Rigg, and Hume at the edge of the D. At the edge of the penalty area, Lefay hangs in the air, punched down by Cooper. It will come back to to Rigg here to tap back to Dan Neil in the centre circle. Sheffield United trying to push out. Neil pushing on down the left wing now to Lefay.
Everybody's still in there.
Chips it into the penalty area, and it's headed away by Kiefer Moore up towards Hamer, who nods it down now to Peck, who lays it off to Campbell. And Campbell behind Burrows, but he's still got his foot on it and puts it out.
Well, this is a good little bit of pressure. You know, Sheffield United haven't been out the half really since we've kicked off.
Headed out again as
a bit better, Richie.
Hume took a quick throw. He drops it now to Rigg.
It's a bit better.
On the right, back to.
It is a bit better than the first half. This like
United half back onto the centre spot to Ballard, on to Dan Neil on the left-hand side. Neil bringing this down the left to the left wing, and Mundle at the edge of the penalty area. Mundle looking to try and drift into the penalty area on the 18-yard line.
I think nerves have got to do with that, or some of them. Yeah, mine Cubby.
Well, I'm not sure what he did there. He looked like he just had a brain scramble, that one, didn't he?
Yeah. Well over.
Just scooped it over the 10 yards over the bar. Strange. But look, a little bit more tempo there, isn't there? You know, a little bit more pushing on, eager to get things moving.
Totally not at the races like our. Yeah, right. Our passing's pathetic at times. It is.
To the second half from Sunderland.
But when you're playing a better side, you've got to make your possession
centre circle. Sousa brings it down now for Brewster. He lays it back off to Chowdhury. Inside the Sheffield United half still. Sheffield United leading 1-0 still in the 52nd minute. Burrows. Behind him is Robinson.
You're nervous, Paul.
To the goalkeeper, Cooper.
I'm actually chilled out.
Out to Robinson again on this left-hand side.
I think you're more nervous when you're in the lead than when you are when you're not.
It bounces out.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
On the right,
because it's the hope.
Mepham will take. Back to Patterson.
But you've been here many times before, Paul Holden promoted to the Premier League. You'll be used to it, man.
Wide now to Sirkin. Sirkin back to Dan Ballard. Ballard got Dan Neil coming back to help, but he's played it across to Mepham. Mepham chipping it down, looking for Mienda, headed away by Robinson.
All this space,
by Hume into the centre circle. Dan Neil lays it off to Sirkin. Sirkin down the left wing to Mundle. Mundle now. Chowdhury tracking back with him. Mundle's cross comes off Chowdhury to Joe. Joe closed down, but he managed to stab it behind him to Neil. He sweeps it to Hume on the right. Hume threads it through into the penalty area, and Lefay almost flicked it on.
Riggy's come a long way down, hasn't he, since that back heel against Middlesbrough.
Finds Hamer now in the middle. Finds Peck. City Peck looking for the run of Moore. Moore away on this left-hand side. Mepham's having to sprint back. Moore into the penalty area on the left. He's trying to get it on his right, and he's blocked by Mepham.
Get to it.
Comes out to Brewster, and his shot blocked too at the edge of the penalty area. And now Lefay looking to come on the break. There are two players down. One Sheffield United player and one Sunderland.
What's Lefay done like? What has Lefay done?
No.
And
he's more effective coming off the left than
Burrows now on the left side of midfield. He floats it up towards Brewster, now to Campbell.
Telly says, Cabby, don't be a glass half empty, mate. We're only 1-0 down.
Neil.
It is, but it's not that. Like,
it's just the way we're playing, Telly.
To Ballard.
There's nobody up front doing anything. Chris Rigg having a appalling game. Mienda looked completely lost by himself.
3-star Reds. Enzo Lefay hasn't done a thing, Richie.
He may come on.
No, I think he hasn't been with the
danger there of Sheffield United.
89th minute leveller, and Sheffield United will be broken, says 3-star Reds.
It's the old-fashioned, he makes it stick. So he brings, he allows
time
for his teammates who are defending to come up and support him, and that's how that breakaway
that was Dan Neil
there. He showed a good bit of pace as well, running in behind.
Sirkin wide on the left, Job on the halfway line. Job forced back by Peck.
Can play the right
Neil. Neil sweeps it round to Hume on this right-hand side, just inside the Sheffield United half. He's trying to keep onside Rigg. It's crossed into the penalty area and it's just span away from Lefay, and Chowdhury manages to flick it away out to Brewster on the far side. And sticking with him was Sirkin. It comes back to Chowdhury on the right.
Is this a step too far, do you think, Richie?
Rian Brewster back on his upended by Mundle.
Free
kick to Sheffield United. Chris Kavanagh is the referee.
We'll look a little bit more up for it the second half, but you know what I mean? We're playing a little bit better than what we were. There's every chance that we might be able to nick something, but I think they're very dangerous coming forward, Sheffield United. There's too many players up front.
Well, let's see if we can get 100 likes. We've got 84 likes. Hit that like button if you can. Thank you very much.
55th minute.
And subscribe if you are new.
This afternoon,
Pretty
can't
please.
see out from underneath the
thanks for the 3 subscribers. 3,940 now. Just need 60 more subscribers to hit 4K. That's incredible.
Mienda tries to head the ball on. It's headed back by Burrows to Michael Cooper.
Put Callum O'Hare, says Paul.
Penalty area.
What is Labrie thinking?
Cooper hanging on to it for the moment. Sunderland fans being frustrated by that. He drops the ball down and kicks it, looking for more out towards the left. Who gets his head on it?
Chris says, "I'll subscribe when you cheer up."
Off to Ballard. Ballard bringing us up towards halfway. Out to the left, Mundle. Sirkin on the overlap down the left. Mundle still has it, taps it to Sirkin. Chowdhury goes to block him. It's a throw.
This game is screaming for easy goal while we have a bit of momentum.
And
so I need to cheer up, Richie.
Yeah.
I need to cheer up, mate. That's what I need to do.
Oh, mate. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You say it that way, mate. You say it that way. I've still got a little bit of hope, yeah.
Played back by Job to Ballard.
Cheers, Paul Holden. Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks a lot.
Seem to connect any passes going forward, or Roberts there. Roberts is coming on, that's good.
Not happening.
Roberts is getting the tactical instructions.
Steve Chilton says, "I'm strange, born in Wickersley, South Yorkshire, born and bred in England, have mixed European heritage, Italian, German, French, Swiss and Russia. Lived in Yorkshire, Solihull, Surrey, New York." Crikey, that is a cocktail.
Hamer's put one over the top for Campbell. Brings the ball down, but it's whipped off by Sirkin. Back to Patterson.
He's got to be careful, Trey Hume. A couple of times there. He's got to make sure of his clearances.
Chris says, "I like the guy on the right. He's a good lad, Richie."
But Patrick Roberts is going to come on. Here's Lefay on.
Now you've got to have a yin and yang, man.
Being chased back here by Sousa.
It's just wasted balls again.
Drives a shot at the defender, Robinson. Comes out to Neil. Neil, it's a poor pass. It goes behind in the corner.
Poor pass.
Goal kick.
And here's the change.
He's had a nervous afternoon, Neil, hasn't he?
I mean,
a couple of slips.
I cannot say poor pass and be positive about it.
Not quite happening for him.
And neither can any commentator can say a poor pass and be positive about it.
Listen to this.
You can't say that was a poor pass, but this is better, you know.
And Rigg being replaced by Roberts.
It's about time he got pulled off the pitch. He's been off dismal.
He's
Put it nicely.
done as well as he can, Chris Rigg.
I think the occasion's got to him too much.
Chris Rigg's been
He's a
totally.
young lad, man.
Yeah, of course he is.
Some players can't play big matches, Cabby. You'll find a lot of them like that. They don't like big games. They just can't
Cheers,
deal with
Fisher.
it.
I know.
Still a way to go. It's over half.
I know,
an hour.
mate. Martin Edwards, you need the beach ball
Patrick
again.
Roberts on then.
Watch this game change now, Roberts is on it. You watch this.
Sousa,
You watch this. We're going to win 3-1 now. Here we
Slips it
go.
on to Brewster. He's tackled. Free kick. And,
Thanks for the 3 subscribers. Thank you.
Stopping play, isn't it?
What we need is a Sheffield United player to be sent off.
Yeah, that's very late.
There's one with the yellow Brewster. He's a defensive midfielder as well, so that's if anything, that's good. Because he's not going to be able to dive in and
Big Prob says, "I'm a Sunderland fan who lives in Coventry. I don't get much worse than family roots up in Hendon."
Free kick just inside the Sheffield United
Stephen Martin says, "Dan Neil is no captain."
59th minute now.
Chris Fairless says, "You're a poor team though. Expecting quality now after 48 games of nonsense is insane. You just have to scrape through. That's it."
oh yeah.
That's all that matters. Like we did against Coventry, Chris. We just scraped through, and that's what did it.
Ball out on the right wing.
It doesn't matter if
By
we
far in these 2 games in the playoffs, Coventry and Sheffield United have been by far the better team. We're not deluded in saying that we're the better team. It's just
to the goalkeeper. Mienda goes to close him down. A red balloon floats down into the
like you say, I think we just have to get lucky. I think that's what we have to do in this game. Just get
It doesn't matter if you score off your bell end. It don't matter.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Dan Neil, get to FKS says Rooster.
Yeah.
Ryan says what we need is Sunderland to actually play decent football. And don't forget, I may sound negative, but I'm reading a lot of comments on the chat as well. People are also a bit frustrated, and people are just commenting what they're seeing. Roberts has done nothing all season. Would be typical if he did something today. Say awesome.
So I wonder if that will be.
Cabby, what we're going to do, says Judith.
Chris Wilder.
Well,
here on the right, on the halfway line is Hughes.
We've got to put them under pressure for the start off. Make them feel uncomfortable. Make them panic. Make them think that they haven't won this.
Roberts trying to find Mayenda.
Make them nervous.
By Robinson to Peck, who brings it up towards the halfway line. There's a double switch actually going to be made by. I think Callum O'Hare's going to come on as well. As away down the right goes Sheffield United.
Get the ball away.
And it's Peck who finds Campbell, who tries to in the penalty area. Great tackle by Mepham, and Ballard will get the ball clear.
Coventry, your crap, says Rusty. On a lighter note, homemade chips are frozen.
A double switch coming for them.
The deep flat fryer.
John Nesbitt says we are being beat off a load of crap.
United leading from the 25th minute.
3-star says, tomorrow lads, I will be going through the same emotions against Chelsea as we aim somehow in the Champions League. Yeah, Rusty says Sheffield United finished 14 points above us, and it is actually showing.
Also got a -2, didn't they?
And they've got -2. They've got -2 points as well. So in theory, they're 16 points ahead of us, really.
He's blocked and trying to get the ball clear by Campbell. Out to Job, though, on the left-hand side. Job taking this down the left wing, over the halfway line, and laying it off down the line to Mundle.
Judith says, what changes would you make?
Is it the corner of the penalty area?
Got to bring Isidore on, hasn't
he? He lets it run back to Sirkin.
Sirkin
into Neil. And Neil now to Mepham. This inside
Who
the
do you take off, though? That's the thing.
Patrick Roberts. He chips one up into the penalty area.
Do you take Daniel off maybe and play the Fate and Job in the middle of Mundle Roberts?
I keep saying this as well. We haven't got a recognised striker, and it's massively shows in so many games. The mad motivator says, come on,
very deep.
Burrows on the left, onto Hamer, down this left wing. He slips it past
Still 28 minutes to go. Still got every chance here to get a little goal back. We never know.
Sunderland will do it the normal way, man. They'll equalise and then they'll take it to penalties. Another 100 and, what was it, 122 minutes goal would you have, Rich?
He passes it out to Robinson again. Robinson
painful that to go through though, Cabby. It was horrible, but hey, if that's what it takes, mate, that's what it takes.
Durham says, seen Sunderland play at Wembley 10 times and only won twice. Gary Hoyle says, the day has overwhelmed the kids. The occasion is just too much for them. He says, game over.
Oh, it has got the stomach on the occasion.
No, it's a poor header down because it's been picked up on the left by Campbell. He finds Kiefer Moore.
Mayenda looks lost as well.
Cheers for the subscriber, thank you. Yeah, I know. Janet says Sheffield got 5 shots, 2 on target. Sunderland 5 shots, 1 on target.
To the goalkeeper. Out to Chowdhury.
Ryan says Durham, stop bloody watching them and we might win.
Michael Cooper. Out now to Robinson. 1-0 Sheffield United still lead. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Hugh makes a good tackle. Neil, he gives the ball away though to Sousa. Sousa to Hamer. Hamer up onto the halfway line. Job's in front of him. Hamer's now trying to find the run of Peck. Peck now in the middle is closed down by Mepham. Peck still has it, lays it off behind him to Hamer. Hamer tries to slip it through to Kiefer Moore.
Not at the races, says Dale. Well, so far we've not even found the race course, I would say, Dale.
Got to do things quicker, Annie.
Brewster's coming
Durham
off.
Says, I'm not watching, I'm listening to Cabby and Richie, thank you.
As we suspected.
I think he's going to come a point where he's got to put Wilson on as well. Wilson Isidore. Got nothing to lose, has he?
No.
You know,
how are you feeling, Richie?
One of the midfield players.
I'm alright. Just clinging on to hope, I think. Clinging on that we're going to be able to do something. But
I'm not sure they should that.
if they score again, that's it for me.
Oh God, yeah.
That's it.
Which is quite
So as long as we keep them out, we've still got a chance.
So I'm not sure.
Martin Edwards says, got the Geordies tomorrow, can't stand them. Sunderland are bigger, he says.
I think it was 20. It is meant to be 23. They changed. He's bringing off Campbell.
Judith Wright says, what is Labrie doing? You can't see they got 2 fresh legs on.
And O'Hare comes on.
Jonathan Mark says, is Labrie actually watching this game? You used to work in Shire.
Only got one sub. We've only got one sub left. That's the conundrum that he's in at the minute. Well, that's the problem. Does he risk making this final sub and hope we don't get anybody else injured? Or does he leave it until the 80th minute and stick him on then, you know? It's a bit of a tough choice for him.
And immediately runs into a challenge from Brooks.
We haven't even come close to scoring, have we, though?
That's a yellow card, surely. Well, there's a rolling ball, says the referee. He's got himself out of to make a decision.
When did we have a chance, really? We haven't.
How was that a rolling ball? He's put his hand on it and played it.
Look, I'm not downbeat. If this stays the same, like I say, straight away, I'm looking forward to next season. And the channel's going to be as busy as ever, going to be even busier because the transfer window will be starting very, very soon. And I want to go for top 2 next season if we don't get past Sheffield today.
Job to Sirkin. Wide to Mundle. Mundle now. Left of the penalty area, the corner, still comes back now into midfield, slipped it to Lafay, short pass to Roberts, Roberts down the left to Sirkin, low ball in, and it's stabbed away behind for a corner.
You would take Job off for Isidore, says Roy. Sunderland not the races today, the gulf in the sides is noticeable. Few people saying that the gulf is noticeable, Richie.
Yeah, it is. You can tell there's a different class in certain areas on the pitch.
I just still hope the Sunderland fans give the team a standing ovation because they've deserved it. It has been a class season. Like. I mean, just think of that Tuesday night game at the stadium. Like that'll never be forgotten. That like.
From the left, as Sirkin loiters at the edge of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, Ryan. I don't think their keepers made a save at all.
And Lafay with the corner.
That's what I always said. You probably choose like as long as we give up all, right? And as long as we can see as fans that they give their all on that pitch, and we've tried our best, that's fine with me. The only thing I would have been annoyed with is if we just didn't turn up at all. You know what I mean? We've played like those final 5 games. We have, and that's why I think Reggie will keep his job for next season. It would be a silly mistake to get
I think Reggie deserves to keep his job. Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely.
I think anyway.
Yeah.
The fact is,
I mean, everybody will be called. People will be looking for someone to blame, right? It always happens when you lose a game of football.
It's the transfer window we need to sort out, Richie. That's what we've got to do. Dragon Hunter says, you sound a barrel of positivity and laughs, John. Because he says, Neil is atrocious. Whoever thinks he's a good player wants their heads examining. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
There's nobody. Yeah, fair comment. I mean, there's not one player on that pitch today I can say has had a good game so far. Like, it's been outstanding. Maybe Mundle. But apart from that, Patterson saves. There's been nobody else really.
Here in his own half to Robinson. Peck in the centre circle for Sheffield United. Now, Job wins it. Job looking to get
next goal's absolutely massive. It really is.
Front of him.
If we score, Sheffield United could be in bits. If they score, good night, Josephine.
Slice that one. Oh.
I think we've had a problem all the time, haven't we?
Come on, people in the chat and stuff. Do you fancy penalties tonight? Today, should I say? Do you fancy it? How's your nerves?
Isidore's warming up. The players now
22 minutes or 23 minutes, sorry.
Philip Stout says, let's not write us out. Let's not write us off, but we need to up our game.
It comes back to Patterson, who puts his foot through it.
Patterson's done well, Ryan, yeah.
Oh!
Gets it away from
Davey
Well, I could see it by Patterson.
Is it?
He's got to get back, and he's been beaten to
Yeah,
it.
sorry, mate.
By the feet of
Doesn't bother me.
Patterson from Brooks.
Thought you were a minute ahead, are you? Are you on 70 minutes?
Yeah, I'm not bothered, mate. I'm behind you. You can get me back today. You can cheer twice in 2 minutes. 2 minutes of added on time. You can give us 2 goals.
player down.
Oh,
It's Hamer who's down at the moment, but they're playing on down the right-hand side.
Awesome
here.
says, not too sure how I'm so
Hume inside to
confident for
Roberts,
next
is
season.
thrown to the floor by
With no
Sousa.
promotion, Joe
Roberts
Brignell and
taking it on
probably
down the
Hume will
right
be
touchline.
gone.
3 Sheffield United players around him. He's got
Oh, that's a foul. Oh, that's a foul, man.
The referee says no free kick.
Oh, tell them, yeah.
The linesman's
Bring the
flagged.
money in, get a good
Linesman
strike.
flag, the referee says no foul.
Yeah?
Isidor's coming on.
He's having a stinker.
Referee.
Stays.
That is a really poor
I
decision.
don't understand that decision at all.
He completely took Roberts'
The
legs
linesman
away.
absolutely
He knew what
wavering
he
like
was doing
mad.
as well, Sousa.
Just done a circle in that.
That was nasty.
I've just had a word with the fourth official.
That was a difficult one for Sirkin to deal with. Bouncing.
There will
second
be
bounce
some
was too low
serious
for him to
bids
head
for
it back to
Patterson next
Patterson,
week
and
when the
he was
window
in
opens.
trouble. There was a great save from Patterson and also Ballard.
We won't
back
spend a
as
dime
the
next
rebound
season
was
if we
just about
won't
to
go
be
up, says
tapped in.
Roy.
Great block.
Judith says,
Sheffield
bloody...
United.
So 1-0 still to Sheffield United.
You what, Richie?
Saying Sheffield United getting Diaz ready because Harmer he has down injured, so it's like Diaz
Neil
might be
stretching
coming
his
on.
calves there. Hume was stretching his before.
Cheers,
He's
Trisha.
like the sign,
Sheffield
isn't
United are going to make another change.
Bloody hell, Labrie, get Isidore on and change
That's
formation.
being addressed at the moment. Their
He'll-
supporters starting to
He won't
try
do
and
that
get
until about the 80th.
the atmosphere lifted. Isidore and Watson. I
Yeah,
think
Jonathan
Tommy Watson's
Marks
coming on
says,
as well.
linesman flagged for a free kick to Sunderland,
So
referee
yeah,
ignores it.
Isidore and Watson are both going to come on.
And hello to the 253 watching.
Tommy Watson's swan song in a Sunderland shirt.
That's good that he's going off Harmer.
Well, I don't think it's ironic.
Keir
He's a good
Starmer's gone
player.
off.
I know it's been a difficult situation
Aye.
for everyone to
Starmer
deal
Harmer.
with, but this might be his chance to.
You keep on saying this. It's
Bid us a fond
only
farewell.
1-0.
Maybe
There's
the nice
always
way.
that chance. And how many times have we said that? We've been hanging on to a 1-goal lead. Well, maybe he's not so hanging on. As long as there's only one goal, how can happen?
To the touchline. He's going to be replaced.
Have some more shots at goal, man. Have some shots from outside the area. How can happen? It can
yeah,
deflect in.
Brereton Diaz, yeah.
How are we making 2 subs? Yeah, because we're bringing Isidore and Tommy Watson on, but we've already had 2 subs, so how we're bringing on another 2?
We're not allowed more. I don't know.
Who, of course, is in his second.
I mean, unless
spell
he's got
with
tunes to do, like.
Sheffield United a couple of seasons ago.
The number coming off.
It looks like
John Nesbitt
Armando's
says
coming off.
There'll be a
this
blue
manager
involved
needs
in the goal
sacking for
here.
leaving Isidore out.
Mundell's coming off.
Daniel's coming off. Tommy
See all
Watson.
the red.
Oh yeah, Pop Bloom, you mean?
Neil
Or is
Stewart
it
says
discarded?
wishful thinking. You need to go into pens. You need to
Daniel's
equalise.
coming off.
yeah, it's not been a good day for Dan. It's a shame. He'd be
Must
disappointed,
be
but
still bringing Tom Watson on.
it just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
He's been so consistent for us this
So
season.
I want to see what formation we'll
Well,
change
you
to.
said
Yeah.
in the week how Watson
Said in the
Sheffield
commentary
United
tabby
problems
what
at Bramall
the
Lane.
teams do.
He's on now. We're in
Not
the
yet, no.
73rd
Yeah.
minute.
We haven't really got in behind them at all. We saw
Tommy
Roberts
Watson
there
scored 2 goals.
get taken down
4-4-2.
over the byline.
So we've
I
done
think
what I
we've got
said
to- you know,
we
we've
would
got
do. So it looks
a
like
little bit of
we've
wing
got
play
Roberts
to
on the
get
right,
behind them and at least
the
make
fair
them defend
George
and make some
and
saves.
Watson, and he's
Well, I
on
mentioned the dark
my
arts
Enders
of the
up
week, and
top.
that was cynical from Sousa. That challenge on Roberts, and he got away with
Yep.
it. And it
4-4-2.
just encourages them, doesn't it? Here's Sirkin on
If
the
we
left, closed down
equalise-
How
immediately
long's
by
the
Brooks,
ball
who puts the ball
That's
out,
when the
good
nerves
throw to
start,
Sunderland,
Richie.
just inside
Yeah.
the Sheffield United half. Back to Ballard. Ballard now across to Mepham. More in front of him. O'Hare is there as well. It's played long by
Come
Ballard.
on, boys.
Chowdhury hooks it
Yeah.
away. Foot through it from Sirkin. And this will come all the way back.
17
out for a goal
minutes.
kick to Sheffield United.
Carl says Sacklebrie says there's no way I'm watching this
Not
pack
really-
again next
not
season.
Really giving Michael Cooper anything
Paul
to
says
think
one more
about,
goal,
Sunderland,
Blades, and
do
we've
they?
done it. Yeah, next goal's vital, massive.
Sunderland, he's not.
Well, they've got nothing to lose now.
No, they
You know,
haven't.
they've gone
How would you
4-4-2.
feel, Paul, if Sunderland equalised? Would you be nervous?
Tyrese Campbell, the goal. His goal is the difference between the two teams. As the ball comes back up on to the head of Moore from the goalkeeper's kick. It's in the penalty area here, and it's come down here in a back heel, which is cleared by Mepham from Brooks. And out on the left wing, it's Burrows putting the ball back in the penalty area again. It's nodded down, and at the edge of the box, at the edge of the D, it's played back to Sousa. And now wide to Burrows, looking for the run of Brereton Diaz. He pulls the ball back, but it's going to be hooked away by Mepham to the halfway line.
Stephen Lynn says, as I've said before, we would struggle in the Premier League big time. Yeah, no. Jill says,
what a tackle by Joe.
Jill says the pass is still shocking.
O'Hare to Moore.
It is, it's very scrappy at the minute, like both teams are very scrappy.
That
was a hell of a tackle by Joe there, man.
And it'll come back through Aknomovic to the goalkeeper.
Well, we could do with it to open up a little bit.
Well, there's 15 minutes to
play.
Oh
God, this is so painful.
It's 1-0
I think both teams should have played in the red and white stripes. That would have made it interesting, wouldn't it, Rich?
Out to
The
on that far side with him, out to Chowdhury, Watson tackles him, throw to Sheffield United.
Got nothing to do.
One decisive pass and that's all it takes. It does.
No hurry.
The only thing that's coming from this is my missus will be cooking me steak.
Chowdhury with the throw. Peck hooks it on. And it's headed away by Ballard.
Yes!
Have we done it? Have we scored?
Roberts through the middle. Roberts trying to find Mayenda.
Get in! Mayenda! Get in!
See what happens when you bring Isago on and play him up top of Mayenda.
Terrific finish on the shoulder
What
of the
a
defender.
goal!
What a finish that is.
What a pass. What a finish with his right foot.
He sticks it in
His
the roof of the
name's
net. Don't keep
Eliza
saying that.
Mayenda. He is Sam Fender. He plays up front for Sunderland. Sunderland! When I'm walking down the street and the people on me say, "Oi, big man, what's your name?"
Richie, you're getting your own back.
Get in!
That's just mental.
Come on, son.
Oh, wait there. VAR, hope not.
Just a little bit more space
no,
gaps to play into.
But oh yeah, that'll not be VAR. It's now come up on here, has it? Are you winding us up?
No.
12 yards
Oh.
out.
Still had a lot to do, to be fair. His first touch was
Oh
great.
my
Just took it away
God.
from the
I
defender
tell you
a
what, we've
little
been miles the better side.
Didn't
We
invite the
massively
tackle.
deserve this, don't we, Richie?
bit. Yeah.
With his right foot as well. That's his
Oh
weak foot.
my
Oh.
God.
Patrick Roberts. the
Even
substitute.
Samson.
What a goal,
Through the
Mayenda
middle,
like.
Lovely ball.
Come on.
Lovely weighted ball. And a terrific finish from
Right, we'll see
One
the
more
end
coming in with one.
United.
It's
One more.
Mayenda. What's your name?
Yeah.
That's a big man. What's your name?
Because they looked like they were just entering cruise mode a little bit. Just
His
the
name's
was coming
Eliza
down the minutes
Mayenda. He
It
hates
goes
Sam
so quick,
Fender.
we've been out
Plays
there,
up
haven't we?
front
And
for
you sort of think
Sunderland.
it just passes you by
Sunderland!
sometimes.
Look at Luke 09 there, jumping with his arm in a
At
sling.
least we've got a game on our hands now. It's been a little bit tense, hasn't it?
We're
Come
in
on,
the
come on.
78th minute. A sprint
I must
down
be
the
20
right wing
seconds
for
ahead of you
Mayenda.
then, Bobby.
And it's just kept in. But the defender's getting
Come
away.
on.
Robinson out to Burrows.
Robinson looks tired all the
Peck
Penalty,
in the
man,
middle,
penalties.
Trying to get it up to Moore. It bounces off him. And
Oh, no, another goal in 90 minutes.
Gains full back.
That's
Brilliant.
what we need.
Given a free kick for.
I can imagine
slightly
someone
less.
getting a
Oh.
98th minute winner. My God.
4 substitutions already, haven't there?
How do you feel now, Bobby?
I'm alright.
Take the free kick from there.
I'm alright.
When the injured player is 5
Two-faced or
yards
what, says
behind
Paul. The fans have come alive, says Gilly.
From the Sunderland end.
Cabby,
Suddenly,
believe me, mate.
the
Momentum
West
now
End
to the end. Finish
is
them off, says
alive
Dragon.
again. And Sheffield United have been pegged back. Free kick taken by Jack Robinson. Swings it over to the right
Yes,
hand side.
that is it.
Won by
Just on
Jobe
the
in the
commentary
middle.
there, Anthony
And,
Patterson
yeah,
saves it
back
even
to
more
Mepham and
precious.
back to Patterson.
Two
I
fantastic
mean, they'll be
saves he's
ruined.
done.
They've had some chances. They've had some breakaways.
This says, I told you quality was irrelevant, just had to
Huge
skate
save from
through.
Patterson.
Hey, we're not there yet. My
Here's
hard part
Roberts on
take
the
pens
right,
has
just
gone.
inside the Sheffield United half. Inside to Mayenda.
Ever since we
Mayenda
changed this
back to
formation, Bobby,
Lefay.
we have
Hands
looked
in the air
hell of a
on the
lot
far
better and we
side.
should have
It's
started
come off
4-4-2.
Chowdhury. He's under pressure
I
from
know.
Watson.
Yes, we had Mundle,
And
I
Watson's
get
still
it.
pushing to
But
try and
Mundle's
get the
had to
ball
go off.
back.
He's obviously
Chowdhury
not fully
turns.
fit for the game, so
Up to the
why
halfway
risk him
line.
starting it?
It's in the air.
You cannot
It's
win,
out for
you know what I
Lefay
mean?
and
But
Jobe.
I would
Jobe
have went
is fouled.
4-4-2. No
Free
problem.
kick to Sunderland. Quickly taken by Lefay.
Here we
Come
go.
on.
Tempo's
But,
up now.
Mepham in the
Sorry to
centre.
everyone if I
Lays
spoke
it off
for
on
you.
the
Can't help
right
it,
here to
man.
Patrick
You're
Roberts.
getting your own back.
Nah, you can't in
Roberts
finals.
dribbling
I would
at
have
two
kept some if it was
defenders.
the league
It's blocked.
game,
It's a throw
but
for Sunderland.
I hope you get your own back and get to do it again,
79th
Richie.
minute, It's all square 1-1.
ah,
Live on BBC Radio, Newcastle Hume with his throw for
I wonder if you
Sheffield
enjoyed that,
United, man.
Davey. Gilly says playing better
Mist
now.
of the flares.
Yeah.
Away to our right.
Change of formation. What? Done it.
3-star says, now make that second decisive pass on a small step for man, giant step to the Premier League.
Side of him is Job. Job shoots from range, just over.
He just saw a little bit of space in front of him.
Oh, what a finish. I'm just watching the replay. What a goal by Mayan. Brilliant. Absolute quality.
Just on the way up rather than dipping the way down.
Sheffield United look lost.
Oh, Tabby.
Middle of his 6-yard
Oh,
line.
11 minutes.
I'm giving you orders. I want you to cheer, saying get in the last 30 seconds of 90 minutes.
More, laying it on to
At a time.
Diaz, has lost it. Job
Well, when a Cabby dog
in
go
the
up.
centre circle, finds Isidore in the middle. Isidore now trying to take this on, blocked. It could break for Patrick Roberts.
Come
now
on,
runs
do you
in
for
back
Big
to
Davey
Burrows.
and Arlington?
Roberts tries to win it back. Roberts on the right side of the penalty area now, trying to dribble into the goal line, tries to drag it across, but it somehow got caught under feet.
Caught under his foot.
And it's been
flat ball.
Yeah, all right, Fisher.
And it's, Lefay is saying the ball's flat.
He's burst the ball.
The ball has happened to be replaced. Bit unfortunate where it happened, but
we were in a good position there.
Yeah, they were.
These are doors turning. Mienda's turning into some boy, isn't he?
You've got to get it was our possession.
He is. Give him a couple of years, he'll be in the Spain's national team.
Sheffield United won, Sunderland won. 81st minute.
He's class. He just needs support, Mayenda. He's had no support all game. The fee has been quiet, riggy, quiet. As soon as we change formation and put easy go on and put Roberts on that right, he's got the support, and this is what Mayenda can do. Has to be support.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Ryan says it seems like a switch has been flicked and they have remembered how to actually play football.
This is what we do with Sunderland, though. This is what we
nearly dropped to Brereton Diaz, but somehow Sunderland got it clear. And out to Watson.
Trey Hume got in the right position.
Hume is right back on the 6-yard line to make the block.
Yeah.
Packer wants Richie to sing again. I think he will if we do get that winner.
Just inside the Sunderland half. Burrows to his left. Closed down by Roberts. Plays it back now to Robinson. Robinson to the right.
Just think whatever happens after this game, we'll have no more anxiety with football for at least 2.5 months.
Play it between them and Chowdhury. And now with Robinson on the centre spot. Back to Atmahodzic and back to the goalkeeper. Sunderland looking to defend.
I tell you what, that kind of monster, that sort of deal, like to put energy.
Headed back by Meppen. Hume has to deal with this on the touchline. Passes it to Roberts. Roberts in his own half inside to Lefay.
So they're going to go for the kill. They need to go for the kill now because you don't want to get Sheffield United to regroup for extra time.
Control it. He's knocked it out for a throw. Chowdhury sprints down to take a ball off a cone to take the throw for Sheffield United. 1-1.
Dragon says, I would imagine the value of Mienda has increased tenfold since we bought him. Tell you man, it's written in the stars. It's written in the stars for Tommy Watson to get the 89th minute winner.
You said that as well, Cabby, a lot of weeks and weeks ago. You said, imagine if he gets the winning goal and
onto halfway, back out to Hume on the right side, who gets it inside to Mayenda.
And if he does,
but then too much of it shown to Sousa, who gives it away to Roberts.
That was some goal by Mayenda, though, wasn't it?
Well, near chance of a keeper saving that.
And I said before, didn't I? Didn't I say before? I says, as long as there's only one goal, you're still in it. Doesn't matter what your possession is or how you play. And I did say, as long as there's just that one goal in it, how can happen?
VAR played to a strength today, Cabby. I know you were nervous about it. You weren't keen on it. It's if anything, it's saved massively. Because if we didn't have it, it would be 2-1 now.
The Sunderland fans trying to get behind the team again.
Till the end, Nick.
It is.
Sheffield look like a spent force, says Stevie. Can this really come off, says Gary?
Drops to Job. It's come
still dangerous on this counter attack.
Trying to get Brooks away. Brooks over the halfway line, but it's shown too much of it to Lefay, who cuts across the face of him. Just turns away, and away comes Lefay on the left with Sirkin. Immediately straight in on Sirkin again, but Sirkin's held him off. Plays it back behind to Ballard, and Ballard across here to
I did
Meppen.
see a 3 or 4 Dynamo. I did. Dynamo, I certainly did.
Hume up to Mayenda, just inside the Sheffield United half. And
Robinson.
Durham says,
Robinson's
get
all
ready
over
to
him
cheer.
again.
I feel a goal is coming to the line.
Oh, no. Brereton Diaz,
Oh,
yellow
God, I
card
hope
for
so.
pulling back Roberts.
Lino, come on.
Oh, Patrick Roberts.
The first one, they should both get a
Lovely
yellow.
that.
He got away from the first one.
Well, he's only given the one.
How's the anxiety, people? 10 being the highest, 0 being the lowest. How's your anxiety,
The
Richie?
second half has been mainly played right in front of us.
Mine's
About
about,
seven.
wasn't it?
mine's about 6
You
or
know,
7.
five
yeah.
minutes.
Sheffield United have
Uh,
there's been breakaways for them.
So Lefay's going to take the
Come on.
free kick. Chris Rigg is standing.
Do you know what though? Interviewing the Sunderland fans, loads of YouTubers, and
on.
everybody says 2-1
Lefay
Sunderland. Nearly every fan
curls
says
the ball
2-1.
into the
Yeah.
penalty area, and the keeper is surely going
I
to punch
noticed
this
that
out.
like
He
probably
does.
is a lot.
He'll go out for a throw in the red mist. Which
I
hangs
mean,
over
Davies
the
said it
pitch.
last week. No.
At this right-hand end, the throw quickly taken by Joe back to
make sure.
Mepham. He's got O'Hare on his shoulder, holds off O'Hare, plays
Paul
it down
says
the
10,
left.
Diane
Watson
10,
tries to get it to
10,000. Everybody's
Sirkin.
gone 10.
Sirkin now inside, but Job, it just runs off his toes. Peck pushes it on to O'Hare. Sirkin goes back to get in front of him.
This is
O'Hare
why we
Oh,
love
the half
football.
still
This is
back
why we
to
love
Chowdhury
football,
on
isn't
the
it,
right,
Richie?
and back again to Ahmedhodzic.
It is, mate.
Is this Coventry City all hour again, Richie?
Burrows on this left-hand side and down the left
I
wing to
could be,
Brereton
couldn't it?
Diaz. Across comes Hugh.
Thought we nicked the goal before the 90th, otherwise that's it. We can't
I think we saw
So
that
time
tackle
yet
come
again.
in 3 seconds before it
Yeah,
happened.
And you heard
What?
the consequences.
get it.
And he's
Yeah,
left
that's,
he's left Brereton Diaz
yeah,
flat out on
I
the
think that's
touchline.
caught him in the nether regions.
Yeah.
82,000 there today, Caveats just said.
Oh, we've just tackled this 83,000. We've just tackled the Sheffield United fan in the midships there. Go on
What a
now.
tackle. I love it.
Hume leaves nothing behind.
He's put his hip out and everything.
Well,
Straight in the town halls, that
We're in
one.
the 87th minute. Well, I'd say we're creeping to extra time, but then we said we were creeping towards penalties.
What a difference Patrick Roberts has made coming on the pitch. He set up the goal, actually.
The
Well,
momentum of the game's
Tony
changed
Roberts
again,
set it
hasn't
up.
We saw it the other night against
I know.
Coventry in that extra time period. I think so, you know.
What a difference.
But again,
Robinson at the back, at heart of the defence, looks super leggy. We've got to get it round him.
but you've got to say bringing Robert
Hey,
in has made a
big lad,
difference.
what's your
Made a
name?
difference.
We've got
Is that what they
gone
say,
up further
Richie?
up the
Hey,
field,
big
they've
lad,
dropped
what's your
back.
name?
The game has changed from the first
Hey,
half.
big man. What's your name? It's apparently from a song now.
Changing the
Choose the
formation.
goal
now,
again.
It's the
strikers having-
There's no keeper getting that, is there?
Dan Neil
There's
wasn't
no
having a great
keeper getting
game
that, as
today.
it shows you the Sunderland fans gone daft at Wembley.
Brereton Diaz still receiving treatment on the touchline.
Is this tactics from Sheffield United? Slow the game down while we're on top. A lot of teams do it.
It's a warm day, there's no question. I mean, it's been cloudy, but it's a very warm,
I
muggy
think there
day.
is quite a bit of.
You know, we-
Got to go on now. We're now all these
Nick,
ones struck up.
we said we
Picking
did
up the
say,
crowd.
as it is 1-0, you're still in the game.
Yeah.
You're still in the game. And
Yeah.
what a finish by Mayenda.
Well, you're hitting Egypt, but I did not want to spoil it for everyone. Don't worry, Jacqueline. You can spoil it as much as you want if we score.
I don't understand why the referee is taking all this time to get.
Or
this
9
play.
running to the
It's
players in a
shot.
sling, says
It's
Jill.
live
You
on
couldn't
the
read it. You
touchline,
couldn't
Just
make it
get
up,
him
could
off
you?
the pitch
He
and
wants to
get
be
on with the
careful,
game.
Casey.
Well, he's
Casey
off now.
We still don't know what's
falls
hit.
and does his other shoulder.
He's clearly in there, isn't he? Jordan Henderson, he's watching on. Shot of him in the stand. Looking very
Jordan
pensive,
Henderson's
isn't he,
there
Jordan Henderson?
playing with his old
But,
bum fluff there.
Ball is back in play with Robinson. 82,718 is the attendance this afternoon.
Down to 10 men now, Sheffield United.
Is Peck for Sheffield United.
What's the capacity? 86.
90, isn't it?
Is it 90? So there's quite a few empty seats.
Well, there's blocks
blocks. Yeah.
there across on the
Empty
far
seats.
side, and look at the empty
there's
seats at the
empty
Sheffield
seats up
United
there.
end. There's no issue this end, the
No.
west end. That is
Tommy
full.
Watson in the last second. Demo says playing the delay
Is
for the
Brooks
hamstring.
back into his
Good
own
pressure.
half to
Oh, but no
Ahmedhodzic.
worries, we've done it, says
We're
Brian.
in the 89th minute. This is looking like it's going to be a double substitution
Bring
by
the noise,
Tom
says
Davies is
D. Hall.
going to come on. And,
Come
Tom
on, people.
Cannon
I want you to see in the
coming
chat
on
we've
now. I
scored.
wonder
I
if
want
they're
you to
coming
see
on,
it. Get in, get
thinking
in,
about
get in,
extra
get
time.
in.
Well,
Wishful
Tom
thinking.
Davies,
I
of
know.
course, who
1
scored
minute
the
left.
winner at
Oh, your
Bramall Lane.
stream keeps
earlier in the
crashing. That's
season.
just annoying.
And
I
if
mean-
they go into extra time, they're allowed another substitution.
sub, yeah.
Bear that in mind.
Didn't want extra time, man.
The kick from Cooper up over the halfway line. We're in the last minute now. I don't know how much time will get added on. Maybe a few. Well, will be a few minutes because of that
come on, Tommy.
Brereton Diaz issue and the substitutions.
I mean, this is maybe the difference between the clubs
Can't
before the,
talk
what we talked
Davis
about before the game.
Sheffield.
Hate the
Two
Tories,
substitutes,
says, come
haven't
on,
you?
what a name that is.
A
Hate
Premier
the
League
Tories.
player and a player who's, you know, gets sold for huge amounts quite regularly.
Yeah.
Cannon.
Can't cope, lads,
Well,
says
it's
Gary.
Peck who's coming off for
Would it be next goal wins it, Richie?
Tom Davis.
Oh yeah, of
Sort
course
of
it is.
players, aren't they? So
It's going to be us.
And Brereton Diaz, inevitably, after that
He's
Hume
come off.
tackle, is being replaced by Cannon.
he's been humidified.
So they've made
So
4
he's
subs
lasted
now
18
as well. So
minutes.
I wonder if that's the thing
Got a
today
long
is
throw,
4
gotta deal with his long
substitutions.
throw.
Let's hope they're not
Then you get
stunned
an
by a
extra one
last
if it goes
second
to extra time
goal.
as well, so-
It's happened to them here before. We've got 7 minutes of added time.
7.
So we're 7 minutes away from extra time.
Oh, man.
And Sheffield United won. Sunderland
Come on, my lucky
won.
glasses.
Long throw into the penalty area.
Why aren't we
Headed away
attacking,
by
sitting
Ballard.
back? We just
Comes
score,
out here at the
attack,
edge of the
says
box to
Carl.
Burrows. Lays the ball.
Just
There's
check
two
your
players
watch, high
down,
heart
two
rate,
Sheffield United
126
players down.
BPM, not good.
Even
Has it
though
never been
Blair
fun?
gets in the-
Come on,
they-
Sunderland,
each
says
other's
Nathan.
heads, haven't
Yeah,
these
they've
two?
done. Patterson saved it.
7 minutes been added on.
One of
They
them looks
both
like
look
pain.
out of it as well.
Yeah.
How many subs they made now, Nick?
They've made five.
Five.
Now, head injury, if that is a concussion, if they had to replace one of these two, it would be a concussion.
So you're allowed
so
another one on.
they'd be allowed another one on top of that. But
Play with 9 man.
What a goal,
feel sorry
Megenda. Come on,
Well, they're
Richie,
both-
whatever happens, you've got to
one
be
of them's
proud
up
what
on
they've
his
done
feet
today,
now.
mate.
It was Cannon. It's
Oh, mate, I am
is the
I
other
mean,
one.
buzzing.
away.
Absolutely buzzing.
On his knees at the moment. If you're just joining us on BBC
Now we'll
Radio
play
Newcastle,
two
it's
teams,
Sheffield
let's be
United
honest,
won,
who-
Sunderland 1. We're in the
I wouldn't say Coventry had the better
second minute
quality,
of 7
but
being
they
added
played
on, but there's
better
been
as a
stoppage,
team.
and that minute is effectively
Sheffield United have got
wiped out
quality on the
by
pitch.
the-
They've got ex-Premier League players.
I
You
think
know what I
it's
mean?
there. Is it, or is it maybe it is Mahodzic?
Right, I need a slash Gordon copy.
think
I
he's
really
counting
need to go in
teeth
2 minutes.
there.
Slash
sure.
Gordon, if I needed a crap,
know
I'd
the
rather
feeling,
cack
it's
my
horrible.
pants and see what's going on.
Oh, mate, I can't hold it in
Still
anymore.
receiving treatment.
Just lower out the window, man.
on his knees at the moment in front of the two physios. Just
This is
outside the
still
6-yard
one
box.
of these strange rules for me, isn't it? That he's clearly had a crack to the head. He should have to come, you know.
Peter Ridsdale just been
They'll all
sitting
do it, Gary.
next to
Slow the game down.
Louis Dreyfus in the hospitality or the Royal Box. Peter Ridsdale is still the Preston North End owner, chairman. Still treatment for.
Is he one of the key figures in the EFL? I think he is as well.
Say that's the
That might
benefit
well
of
be
living in a
why
flat
he's
copy.
in
I
it,
didn't
yeah.
have to go far to go to the toilet.
I assume that is the case.
I need a pee as well.
So there's still a conversation taking place between
Stretchers coming out.
the injured. I think you might be right. It may well be Mahodzic. So considerable stoppage at the moment because we're into the 3rd minute.
I had pressure. I'm feeling the same. It's killing me as well inside, but I'm just clinging on to it, mate. Clinging on to it.
There we go. 5 o'clock.
We've had some injury time, haven't we?
I think Sheffield United
3
just
minutes.
wasting time here.
So far, up to 7.
But the thing is, you'll just be added on to the added on time,
It is
so there's just no
I
point.
mean, for the players' protection, I'm not moaning about the situation he's in. He should have to come off the field.
That's
He's
exactly what
injured.
Sheffield
He's got
United
had
do,
a
but all
blow
teams
to his
do
head
it though.
where he's
But like I say,
took him
it
all
might
the
be
way.
a serious
He's
injury.
on
I
his
don't
feet
know.
now.
You don't know.
Behind the goal
Yeah.
and round. He's coming off the pitch, across the pitch.
I didn't even
So-
see what happened, to be
well,
fair.
he's a big
This was
Bosnian.
getting a
Is
bit of a
now
heat
going
put
off
off
behind the goal.
Dan Bollard.
So
It was
tell me
massive
again.
heat.
They've got so they can have a.
Well,
They've used all the subs, have they?
She showed him me
but
end
they
of the
can only
goal.
Another one
replace
in-
him. They
yeah.
can only replace him. A, it's
Well,
concussion,
yeah.
which doesn't look like it is.
Yeah.
B, if it goes into extra time. So if it goes into extra time, they can make the 6th substitution. If it's deemed he's a concussion
Well,
injury, he can be replaced.
he's rubbing his head. It's got to be. I know it's his teeth. I think he's like banged his head and clattered his teeth at the same time.
Martin says just been downstairs while
You can
1-1.
see what
Get in, I'll
ensues.
go
There's
back
no
down.
Replacement being ready.
Maybe
at
have a
the
walk
moment.
out the house. Go a bit
Ball
step
has come
further,
back
Martin.
To Cooper for Sheffield United. We're back underway. Obviously, we're in the 4th minute of the 7 being added on, but I think we can safely say we're going to go up to about 10 or 11 minutes as Davis tries to win it. Job in the middle of his half finds Hume to his right. Hume on now to Roberts.
Go on,
Roberts
Patrick.
over the halfway line. Over the halfway line,
Go
being
on.
chased by O'Hare. Runs into Davis.
Yes!
No,
Yes!
no, we haven't, have we?
Yes!
Give the ball away in the middle to
Guess who's
Watson.
got it?
Watson now tries a low ball.
Get in!
Get in! Get in!
Tommy Watson almost said
Get
it!
in!
Almost said it! Oh my God!
A finish from Tommy Watson.
Oh my God! Tom, what? You couldn't make it up! You could not make this up!
No, this can't happen, can it?
Oh.
What a story.
What a finish!
I'm shaking a bit.
I can't believe
I
this.
can hardly
I
type.
can't believe this.
I cannot type. I want to do this job. I cannot type. Oh my God!
Into the bottom right-hand
Yes,
corner.
get in!
Oh, no
Tommy
way.
Watson has possibly
No
Oh, look
way.
at that from Tommy Watson. Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
finish that is. He's
Oh my
Get in,
God!
young man.
That's
All the
just
crap
put
that young lad has
200
had to
million
take
on
off us
transfer
all
fee.
season, and look what he's done for it.
Whoa.
What did I say to you? What did I say to you, Richie?
I hope every single supporter who give him crap feel it now. He's just put us back in the Premier League. Get in!
Oh, don't say that, Darren Davies. It's going to VAR. That's not VAR. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not going to VAR. No way.
great
That
finish.
is an extraordinary.
Hasn't got it, hasn't it?
They're down, they were a
So
man
how many
short.
added on time is there now then?
They didn't fill the gap in the middle
Got
of
to
the
be at
defence.
least
They
it's
kept-
going to go
they
to
were-
about
they were all
11
just
minutes.
three at the back. Went straight through
Because
the
we've
middle.
had the injuries and now we've had the goals, so it's going to be at least three or 4 minutes added on here. Probably. I can't believe this. I just we take it to it all the time. All the time, Sunderland do this to it. Oh, it's honestly bad.
Unbelievable.
Queens are coming through here.
Now they're going to shore things up here. It's
Pull me heart's gone like
what
that.
are the is this Sheffield United making a change here?
I'm just low.
Oh my God, Tom Watson.
And Hodgic has been replaced. Now that must be
Brilliant. There
a
must be about 5 subs.
concussion.
Yeah, that's coming on.
replacement. It's Femi
I can't believe it. Probably we're going to be a Premier League team again.
Well, you're not.
I just can't believe it. Greens are coming through here.
What minute are we on, Richie? What minute?
Mienda who's coming off.
On mine, I'm on 97 now.
So the 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's still 4 minutes to go.
Yelder's coming on.
You'll have
Be
to, you
alright.
have to say, 2 people
My ender's
goals.
coming off.
Yes.
You know, just
Oh God,
this
this
was
is
always the issue for me.
unbelievable.
I think Sheffield United are a strong
So there's
team,
there's
but
still
they're
4
strong
minutes to
because
play,
they're physical and
Richie.
direct. And I've always said
I would
got the
say,
better
yeah,
players, and
it's
I think we've proved
yeah,
that
it's
in the second
97
half
now,
with
but there's
two-
going to be at
two
least 3 or 4
absolutely
minutes for the injuries and for the goal and
fantastic
such.
pass from Roberts.
Trisha says, there you go, Big Davey. We won. We haven't yet, Trishy. Fingers crossed.
Emotional.
You know,
Oh my God.
Draining. It's draining.
As a commentator, I'm almost lost for words. We had Dan Ballard the other week. We've now got Tommy Watson.
How mad I said Tommy Watson,
We're in
Richie.
the
I said Tommy
98th
Watson.
minute. We assume there's another 4 or 5 minutes.
Weeks
to
ago,
play.
mate, that imagine
And
if he
Sunderland
scored
lead
the
2-1.
winning goal to get the
Gotta
goal.
defend this,
You
boys.
said it, mate.
Was
I
that Watson
remember
made
you
that
saying it.
Firkin.
Was it Sirkin? Did Watson
Every
get booked for
single
taking
fan
his
out
shirt
there
off?
who gave that young
Presumably,
man
Sirkin's been booked as well.
honestly,
Gosh, for a moment I thought that was Watson. My heart was in there.
So, 98th minute, Dennis
Come on.
Sirkin.
This is where the clock doesn't move now.
To suggest that Watson was booked for the shirt removal, but the free kick taken in
Run away,
by the right side by
run away.
Chowdhury, cleared
Through
by
the
Sunderland
Premier,
at the
get
edge
it
of the
out.
area. Out here on the left-hand side,
Yes,
played
that's
back
right.
to Brooks, who
through the
slips it up
Premier,
through the middle.
all the way.
We're not there yet, Richie. We're not there yet, mate. We're not there yet, mate. We're not there yet.
Offside.
Well played.
I can't even speak. I'm not anxious.
99th minute, 2-1 to Sunderland,
Oh my
and
goodness.
everybody's on tenterhooks, everybody's on their feet.
Seeing it all.
Lee Beckett says,
Everybody-
congrats on promotion. We're not there yet. We're not there.
Chris
We're
Wilder,
not
his
there.
arms
We're
folded
not
for the
there,
moment.
man.
He's now to the side of the pitch. Regis Breeks, his arms just hanging down by his
BF,
side. He
BF,
folds
BF,
his
BF, saying
arms,
we've won. We haven't.
stands at the edge of his technical area. Patterson with a free kick, 99th minute.
They blew it, Mackens, says Steve Chilton.
Up there.
I don't know.
What do you mean they blew it?
They're all the staff.
Have we blown it, Steve? Have they scored?
Is it all the waiting staff have come out for the drama?
They haven't scored, have they, Richie?
In the second level of the stand
Oh.
on the far side. The ball's back here with Michael Cooper.
When
We
100,
Get out.
99
99th
minutes
minute,
now,
ball's
nearly
being played
100.
out. And
oh my goodness, what a
It's
season.
got to be only maybe 2 minutes left of this.
Well, they
It's got
got
to be.
they got the branding right if it comes
absolutely.
Oh,
If it comes
come
off.
on, boys. Come on,
Nearly
come on,
there,
come on.
Nearly there. Nearly
I
at the
feel
end.
sick.
We're in the 100th minute. It's
No, it's not
Alou
over.
with this throw. Well,
we don't know,
we
do
think
we?
probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Because we've reckoned that injury to Akmahodship was 3-4 minutes. Now we're up to 100 minutes.
Steve
And
Chilton
there was
says
7
Sheffield
being
have
added
scored.
on,
No,
so
they
I
haven't,
suggest
have they?
there's probably
Have they
3,
scored,
4
Richie?
minutes left.
No, nothing's
Here's
happened here.
Isidore.
Oh, he's lifted him
He's
off the
trying
floor.
to hold the ball up.
Well done,
It's
Patrick.
cleared for a throw to Sheffield United on the left in their own half, though. We've played 99 minutes
feel
and
ill.
45 seconds. The ball headed
Just
away
get
by
it out,
Mepham.
boys. Come
Up
on.
towards
Just hold on.
Isidore.
Go on.
Robinson heads it on. Headed on by Kiefer Moore.
That's a
Headed
foul.
away by Ballard. Up to
Yes,
Isidore.
waste some time.
Down to
Yes,
Lefebvre.
Lefebvre.
Isidore
Look at that
back
from
to
Lefebvre.
head tennis.
Get in,
Lefebvre
son.
trying to get
Oh,
on.
referee.
And Sousa fouls
Waste time.
Lefebvre.
Go to the corners, lads. Go to the corners.
Come on.
Come on!
Oh my God.
The
Jordan
West End
Henderson
of
trying to
Wembley's about to
Steve
explode.
Chilton keeps on saying
We're in the
no.
101st minute.
Uh,
Sunderland leading 2-1.
No, mate. I don't know why he's
And it's a
talking.
free kick to
They haven't
Sunderland
scored Sheffield
Unless he
United,
doesn't
have
on
they?
the
Oh,
right side of midfield.
Richie, have
No.
they scored? They haven't.
We've got a-
Second goal
No,
scored
we've got a free
by
kick in
Tommy
there, Hawks.
Watson. This season
Oh, for
has
God's
just
sake.
been a roller coaster.
I can't believe this. I
They've got
cannot
to
believe
make a
this.
documentary about this.
It's
Oh,
tapped
for
back by
God's
Lefebvre
sake.
to Hume. To Lefebvre, back to Hume, lifts it down the
It's
right.
gotta be it within a
Lefebvre
minute.
running
It's only
onto
gotta
this
be a minute
right
left.
side of the
Oh.
penalty area. He drives it right across to the
It's a
far
good ball,
side.
actually.
It'll be a
101
throw
minutes.
to Sheffield United.
That's
10
it.
yards to the
Come on,
corner
referee.
on the
Come on,
right
ref.
hand
You whistle,
side.
referee.
We're in the 101st
Come on,
minute.
referee. Do us a
We had
favour.
7 minutes
Oh, no way.
added on. It's 2-1 to Sunderland. And Robinson hammers the ball up the other end,
Get
looking
it.
for Kiefer Moore. In the
What's
air
happening,
from Mepham.
Rich?
Roberts trying to put his foot through it.
Oh,
Gets
for a
it
thorn
eventually
was-
down. And Davis tries to get it
How
back
many-
off him,
how
does
long
so
has
it been
well.
on?
O'Hare now passes it out for a throw to Sunderland
That's
on the
it,
right.
it's
We're in
it,
the-
it's
we're in the
it. You've got to blow your
we're in
whistle,
the
man.
102nd minute.
How weird, man!
Only
We're
got
in
to
the
be
102nd minute.
30 seconds left. Yeah,
Sheffield
come
Come
on.
on.
Sunderland 2. The referee, Chowdhury's having a word.
What is he doing?
Hume with this throw on the right-hand side.
What's he doing?
Sunderland are on the cusp of the Premier League after 8 years' absence. They
Rich,
have
what
to
is that
see
ref
this
doing?
out, though. 102nd
Yes!
minute. Hume
Get in!
encouraged to get on with the game.
Get in!
Takes the throw down the line. The referee.
When the Premier League, in the Premier League, yet again, get in!
Get in!
Can't believe this. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's three dreams have come true.
Yes! Can you believe that?
Sunderland are promoted.
Oh my God! Oh my
Watson.
God! No, no,
You
we're no,
got
we're no, we're no, we're no,
Tommy
we're.
Watson scored in the second half.
I mean, we've
Oh!
got Trey Hume here, and I think
Oh,
that
freaking
gentleman,
hell.
they're so
Oh.
tired they can't even
We
celebrate.
must have done it 90 minutes. I
What a
could not go through
performance.
extra time there, man.
Unbelievable.
What a
In the Premier League again,
remarkable
Colin.
season.
I had a good feeling since the start of
End to
this
the game.
playoff. I had a good feeling.
We
I
got
just
promoted.
knew it was
Tommy
us.
Watson. What
Oh,
a
my
fairy
God.
tale finish. What a way
So,
to
Two,
the
end
Premier
your
League.
Cha-ching,
We
a
are
ching,
Premier
right,
League.
I'll probably
You know what it is? Belief.
Oh!
get the money, you.
Belief.
really, really was. Till the
Oh, my God.
95th minute.
Richie,
As
can
the
you remember me
crowd
saying
start bringing out
Tommy
all the
Watson's going to
ball,
come on and score the winner?
That massive cup.
I cannot
You
believe
did.
what I've just seen, actually.
Can
Absolutely
people
were
back me up on the
very,
chat?
very
I says Tommy Watson's going to come on and score the winner. What did I say?
United didn't punish us. I don't think they have the class to punish
Oh,
us.
Gary
really.
Bennett in
What
that
it was,
predict.
I
Got
watched
to
him.
say the substitutions. Roberts come on
I
that
can't
pass.
I read
Mate,
there.
and what
Gary
a
Bennett and the
Tommy
fans
Watson.
predicted that
He's passed that ball in on his
Ballard
right
would
foot.
score the winner.
Right foot, he just
I went and
passed
says
into the net.
Roberts is going to.
Sheffield United did
Watson's
just
going to come on and
anything
score.
this afternoon.
Rich, I cannot believe this is.
Their first goal in 5 attempts.
Am I dreaming here? Am I actually dreaming?
You've got to be thankful for.
It's so surreal, this. It's so surreal.
Well, you're right to an extent.
That,
We're
it hasn't
Premier
sunk,
League
this
team,
hasn't
then.
this hasn't
We're in
sunk
the
in. It's
Premier
like
League.
Was rightly
We are never
ruled
throwing
Win the
VAR
Premier. Win
in the
back.
river again.
ever again.
Sunderland
Sign
promoted
Homer.
to the Premier League. They've beaten Sheffield United 2-1.
Do you know what?
Get him signed.
Do
you know what, Richie, right?
I don't know how far
And I'm being truthful here.
he'll get.
People probably saying,
If he can get
why
through
aren't I
the
jumping
crowd,
around like a
if
daft
Simon
git?
can
Because
get
it hasn't
any
sunk
players
in.
that are not gonna come off for a little while, I think, there's
I'm
the
actually
cross
feeling
comes to
surreal
the
right now.
centre.
It hasn't sunk in. This hasn't happened.
I'm so proud and happy for.
This hasn't happened, man.
Also for the city of Sunderland. What? It's massive. This is.
That's it,
It's
Bob.
absolutely huge.
Guess
Got
what?
his tactics spot
I
on.
wonder what
The way he's
Richie's
changed his team up,
thinking at the
right?
moment.
He's made them
Oh,
substitutions
dearie
that
me.
need to be
What's
made.
going through
He's
his
changed the
mind?
team.
What a party
Look what
it's gonna be
happens.
tonight.
You know what I mean? Look what happens. When
Oh
I
my
hope the
God.
police have got themselves mobilised.
Do you know what I'm going to be
That
doing?
was what-
Trafalgar
Keep
Square
going.
again tonight.
Well, Trafalgar Square.
I'm going to be
you know,
watching that match. I've
Sunderland,
got it on record on
County
Sky.
Durham,
I've recorded the lot.
Wherever you are in the northeast, wherever you're in the country, there's Sunderland fans everywhere.
Oh
in the
my
world.
God.
Oh, Tommy, for the next
What
week,
a night.
week, 2 weeks, that's all we're going to watch. It's
listen
just
to
this
that.
over
Listen
and
to
over again. I just
that.
can't believe this. Like, this is just unbelievable.
And we were
From
there.
what we've been through this season, Tommy,
Well,
you know what I mean? And
We were there.
I can't believe it, honestly.
Remarkable. So
I just don't know what to think.
Out Michael Walker of the Athletic, who said it would finish 2-1.
Oh, and for Davy, man, for
Well done,
Davy.
Michael,
Oh,
win
for
the
God's
game 2-1,
sake.
But not like that.
yes,
Incredible.
yes.
it wasn't a good start, was it? You know, we had a disastrous start,
Oh,
losing one of our best players.
Till the
I
end.
can't
I knew it was our time, Tommy. I just knew it. I knew it from start to playoff. I knew this was our time.
I was talking to somebody at half time and he said, what do you think we could do?
Oh.
And I said, look,
Oh,
Reggie
I really hope Joe
He does
Bowden
solve
signed the
problems,
contract
doesn't he?
to
He's good at
extend
it.
his
Oh
contract.
my God.
Oh
my
my
God.
God. Permanently.
Sheffield United did a good job in the first half.
Big job.
Thanks for the
Give them
subscribers.
Started opening up and we got
Look,
our,
I'm shaking here. Like, Rich,
couple of changes made a difference.
you got your own back. You got karma on me.
Yes, but we're quarter to the look, mate. That's the thing. We've done it.
He's whipping them up. Jimmy Montgomery.
Oh
with a
my
smile on his
God's
face.
sake. Thanks for.
He's got his shades on as Mayenda.
Oh my God. I called it, people. I says, Watson's going to come on and he's going to score in the last minute. And what happened? What happened?
They've got to make another Sunderland till I die.
It was just written. It was just written in the stars, wasn't it? The hassle Watson got from the Sunderland fans, the hassle, and the grief he got.
Going into the crowd now.
Now
Going in
look
the crowd
at,
is
now
going
look
in.
at this. Look at
And you
this.
think-
Honestly, my heart has been
You know
in my
what?
mouth all day, Benno.
And you think
Everybody's
what
shaking
we've
his
seen at
hand
the stadium are like scoring Dan Ballard, and you're thinking you'll never get another occasion like that. I tell you what, that is on par. That is on par.
Well, comebacks aren't easy, especially in a final like that.
At Wembley.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shaking here.
That self-belief, that confidence, we talked about it. They don't give up. This team does not
Premier
give
League
up.
against
It didn't give
In
up.
the
just-
Premier League.
Luke
We're
O'Neill
in the
injured
league.
after
I
You
just
know what I mean? Oh my
can't. I can't
God.
believe, Richie, what's happened. Hey, Rich, how's your cough?
Changes in the second half. Tommy Watson,
half, forgot
Brighton
about
home
that.
Albion bound.
Can you believe
And bear
the
in
story?
mind
Oh
the
my
news he
God.
received at the time when the news broke and he was at Bristol City and
That's good. That was Sirkin, Trey Hume.
Sorry for not
rest of the
replying to
lads.
everybody's
Yeah, you know,
comments in the
Sheffield
chat.
United.
I'm still in dream world here. Tommy
But
Watson,
that's football.
son.
You've got to have a winner and you've got to have a loser.
what a way.
Where the hell did that come from?
Championship.
Where did that
playoff
come
final,
from?
The players down on the touchline, jigging,
I'll go by him, mate. I want to
dancing
watch it
in
all
front
back.
of all the supporters.
It's a brilliant goal by Tommy.
Oh, Jilly, thanks for supporting the channel, pet. He's still running around with his sling. I tell you what, I'm going to give man of the match to Luke O'Neill.
Joe may be one of those waving a red and white
Oh,
scarf
friggin' hell.
around. The players.
Come on, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come on, let's get Mackham Cabby to 4,000 subscribers to celebrate the Premier League. Yes, the Premier League. 3,950 subscribers now. We just need 50 more.
They fully deserve it, Nick. They do.
Believe me, my celebrations
say
haven't
die.
even started yet. This is a delayed reaction. This hasn't started yet.
What a story.
Doesn't Cardiff City seem a long time ago?
Wow, oh my God.
First game of the season.
First game of the season.
I tell you what, we should have that tweet again.
Well, as you know, Maybe they were trying to tell us something when they gave us the presidential suite at Celtic Manor for the opening game of the season.
There it is, Nick.
And you've got your
There
lucky
it
red
is.
band
I
on,
just-
your
this-
lucky red.
I've never felt like this before.
Scenes on there. No, it's just unbelievable. It's just so surreal. This after all the crap that we've been through, Cabby, this is a club.
I don't know.
I've got to just say thanks to everybody who's helped the channel. Trisha, Ian, Kev, Richie, Big Davey, of course. Everybody in the channel
Well, you did have Trey Hume with you. He's just run away.
for making this channel what it is so far.
All the players bouncing.
And I'm sorry I
Jordan
can't.
Henderson.
Personally, Friday, it's not.
Sorry I can't get back to every message at the
I
minute.
feel sorry for Trafalgar Square tonight.
Trafalgar Square tonight.
I mean,
Now I'll be watching the
the
celebrations.
Sheffield United players still sound in
Yes.
disbelief.
Richie,
Actually, they can't believe
What was the minutes Tommy Watson scored?
The East End is empty. The West End is
80,
Woohoo!
89 something, I think it was.
Big smile
89th
on his
minute.
face
Was it
and screaming
89? Something like that. I might be wrong, like, but
Dan
something
Neal
like
was
that.
just at the end of his calling
I can't
players
remember.
down into the-
I did that.
into the tunnel of
Oh
play.
man,
You know what?
Patrick Roberts.
it was late on.
I'm just looking over there, you know, and there's one person who we forgot to mention. You know who that is?
Oh,
Anthony Patterson, because he's made a save,
This is Delilah.
unbelievable save.
Don't go chatting up your
That
Cat
would have
Samson, by the
changed
way.
everything. So early in the game.
and I thought, well, look,
Second half
the
as well
like,
was a broken way. That was a good one as well.
Yeah. The players are heading up the stairs now to where we cannot see. We have to rely on the monitors
Actually,
here.
they just come here by our left, actually.
They come up the stairs just away to our left, and they will be presented with their winners' medals. They're interestingly the winners.
Hold
get
on a minute, I'm going to get
first.
some of the. I'm going to get some. Hold on.
Not the losers. As Dan Neal leads the
big
team
Kevin
up the
Phillips and
stairs.
Peter Reid, get in there.
And Dan Neal, Kevin Phillips, Peter Reid, they're all up there in the hospitality.
Hurry up, Cobby, they're going up. They're going up to get the trophy.
As I say, they come up, they just disappear out of sight. We'll have to rely on the monitors around about us.
I can see him.
Can you see them? Go on.
Yeah,
You describe what's happening.
Up the steps. Yeah, Anthony Patterson's the last one. There's Chris Mepham as well, who came on after just 90 seconds of the game as well to play his part. And they're all going up the steps. I was going to say trooping, but they're not trooping. They've got springs in their steps, as you would expect.
They're all here.
And there goes Trey Hume as well, who I almost got to interview.
We can see them. They're in the back. They're just coming.
Look
Round
what
the
I've
back
got,
now,
Richie. Can you see
all
this?
Jumping up and down. How exciting.
What a moment this
Yeah.
is for them.
Yeah.
There's a phalanx of journalists trying to take pictures away down to our left.
Down
as
up
they
to
go
get the
up
trophy now,
stairs.
mate.
It's not the
What
best
you
designed
got?
stadium in this situation.
Can you see it on the camera?
for us in the press box, but
Yeah.
I mean that's a small incidental
Oh my
issue.
God!
And the backroom staff there all lined up on the pitch as well.
Is that it?
It's the FA Cup, aye?
As the-
Gosh, I remember when we used to go to the game with a physio and a bus driver. That was about it. How times have changed.
Sheffield United players just leaving the pitch.
yeah, they're only
There
just
they're going.
coming
They're
off.
going up
All
for the
Sunderland
trophy. Yes,
staff are
boys.
lined up
Yes.
on the touchline.
About time we saw something like this coming
Nick,
from
that's
our
what we- you know,
club.
we touched on it before.
280 million
for
or whatever
Sheffield
it is.
United, that is classed as a failure. For
Well
Sunderland,
done,
it's a
Regis
huge
Slippery as
success.
well. Well done. He got his package spot on in this game. Even though the lineup at the start was terrible, what he did to change it.
Reese is the first up onto the
Perfecto.
balcony now. With
Oh my
Luke
God!
O'Brien behind him in his arm and his sling. The medal's being presented. Regis
Sorry,
Reese
but
has
it's
a medal
trophy
placed
cup,
around
but,
his neck.
look at
Dan
this.
Neal's got the
Come
medal
on.
around his neck.
I still have. It still hasn't sunk in. This
Kirill Louis
still hasn't
Dreyfus.
sunk in.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's going to
Juan
take
Sartori.
years and years for this to get in.
Amongst
But
those,
the Premier
congratulating
League
the
again,
Sunderland
having
players.
Premier
I mean,
League
what
team
Kirill Louis
again.
Dreyfus must be thinking at the moment.
Oh
guess.
my God!
Reggie's
Christian
first
Speak,
Reggie's
great credit has
first
to be handed
season,
to him
and he's
as well.
got with there.
Yeah.
He's got with there. What a
Tell you what,
walking
Well, as
manager,
far
man!
as
Come on, you've
investments
got
go,
to
it's not bad. Look, I mean, we've
no
got to be
matter how much
realistic.
crap
You
and
don't actually win
negativity.
200
Oh, what's the
You've
song?
got
What's the
to
song
You know,
about
we-
me,
You
Ender?
know,
Richie,
it's
what's the
what
song?
you do with it now, that's the future. But that's for, you know,
His name's
we've got lots of
his
discussions about that.
his name's Liza Mai, and
He
he
hates
hates
Sam
Sunderland.
Flander.
Not one
He plays
fan
up
is left.
front for Sunderland. Sunderland. When I'm walking down the street and the people I meet say, "Hey, Big man.
What's your name?
The stage was set for me.
There it is.
And what a goal. What a
Yes,
goal,
the trophy.
You know, all of a sudden, they changed the
Oh,
shape of the
jeez, I'm
team.
reading all these chats. This is
You
just
know, the
mental.
likes of Job came to life, Lafee.
All the staff erupt, all the staff on the pitch
Get
side.
I
in!
don't care.
The cup is raised
I
by
don't
Dan
care
Neil.
next season if we get hammered every week. I couldn't care less.
It's
We're
elation
top in the
all
Premier
round.
League.
It is the
It's
most
just a dream come
remarkable
true.
season
Yes!
I've ever experienced.
There won't be another season like it.
No.
And well done, Tommy Watson. Well done. He'll be forever remembered.
This has got to be a Sunderland Till I Die series, isn't it? It's got to be.
8 years.
It
and we
is.
thought
We are
how long,
recording
how
now,
many
Tom.
years
It is.
will we have to wait to see Sunderland back in the top
They are
flight?
doing one this season.
Hey!
They've been in the wilderness. They've been at the
We
lowest.
are
of
EFL
the night in
Championship
Cheltenham
player
Town.
winners. Sunderland
what?
Association
Reggie Lebrie's
Football
got to
Club.
take a huge pat on the back because
Oh.
he was under pressure.
God,
But listen,
everything we've been through, man.
Tommy Watson, people said,
Oh.
he shouldn't be playing, he shouldn't be at the club, he shouldn't be
What a
doing this."
relief.
Tommy Watson has just put you in the
He
Premier
get me
League.
cut up.
Well,
That's what he's done.
That's
And
football
people,
for
and
you,
pe-
isn't
and
it?
people are talking about, has he got the right attitude?
Get in!
He's a
Get
professional
in!
footballer. That's what he is.
Yeah. And actually,
Oh, mate.
the best, you know, Tommy.
This is coming in my taxi on
he's
Tuesday.
he's looking after himself.
Hey,
He's doing his
Davey,
job, he's
Davey,
showing
this is for
what
you,
he's-
mate. This is for
what
you,
he's gonna
Davey.
bring to his new
This
team.
is for
Like
you,
that.
Davy's son. Come
You're
on!
always performing. You're always wanting to impress people.
I hope there's a few people who have a good hard look at themselves after the news broke that he was going to Brighton.
Well, there was
And
some
do you know-
bad
do you
reaction.
know what,
wasn't
There
there?
were.
And again,
Me lucky glasses have did the trick.
Aye, they have. Aye.
And I've got this
Not
picture.
lost since you put them on.
I've kept this picture.
Excellent.
Extraordinary scenes.
I mean, that is a story that.
Oh,
you
what a
fucking hell.
No. Not.
What a summer it's going to
the
be,
three
Richie.
games were incredible, weren't they? You know,
Yeah.
the late win at Coventry.
Oh,
the
wow,
even later
God.
win at home.
Someone asked if I've been back on
That was at
the
the 1970s.
the Toon channel. I haven't, no.
Isidore and sunglasses.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darzo.
Where did you have them down his sock?
I cannot believe I've witnessed
It
this.
is
We
just-
just looked like we were so
trade
dead and buried,
players
Rich, the
have
first
to
half, didn't we?
Oh, well, look,
The
when that second goal went in,
Oh,
mate,
how man.
and I thought that's it.
season to
Done.
be here and achieve
We
They
are
are
Premier
saved
League.
our
We are
arse,
Premier
mate.
League.
even better,
We
I suppose.
are
You know,
Premier
it's
League.
a
We
power
are Premier
the way
League.
that they've done
We
it.
aye.
Down to believe.
Here's me boy.
You know,
Yes, we did.
we spoke to
2-1.
supporters.
Come
Get in,
on.
son.
We've seen when we was
It
travelling
is.
on Friday.
Look,
They've come in their thousand and they had believed. We had
Get in.
confidence.
Come
And
on.
we was talking
Win the Premier
about
League,
that,
Sunderland.
saying, Don't be too confident.
Come in, boys. Say
But they
hello.
were. They
Yeah.
just had
Look.
that feel, good feel.
Oh,
factor
hey, that's a
about
trophy.
today,
Is that
about
the,
this
which
weekend,
league? Is that
about
the
today's
league?
game.
That's a championship. We're in the
They had
Premier
that
League
good
now.
feel factor.
We are.
It's worked.
Even me boys cannot believe
Looking
it.
at
They're saying,
the
no, we're not in the
pictures
Premier
of
League.
Reece
I said,
Reece,
we
don't
are.
think he's taken it in.
Yeah,
High five.
we are Premier League team
Eh?
again.
Well, it's quite
Start
an
at 3
achievement.
o'clock.
I think a lot of people are shell shocked.
Hey,
Sunderland
big
are
lad,
shell-shocked
what's your
because
name?
Nobody, I mean nobody's seen this on the card.
Not back in all.
Hey, no, sing the song again, Richie. What's the song?
Nobody's seen it.
His name's
His name
Eliza
Liza Magenda. He hates Sam Fender.
Nobody's going
Plays
anywhere.
up
He plays up for
Sunderland.
Sunderland. Sunderland.
When we're walking down the street,
Walking down the
and
street,
people are
and the people are
hey,
saying, hey,
big
big man,
what's
what's
your
your name?
You won't be wanting too many pats on the back.
You
tonight.
don't believe in the Premier League, do you? It's there.
Wait, you won the championship?
So
Yeah.
the players are making their way down back
Sunderland.
to
I've recorded the whole game.
now where they'll go
Or Leeds
to
won the championship, then Burnley,
the
and then Sunderland.
podium that's been set up with the
3 teams won the championship.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
huge
Top
cover on the
two,
podium.
and then the playoff team that wins the final.
Now they come down the steps. We can see them coming in.
Oh my God.
This team,
Meander and Mundell's leading them, is he? Mundell's
Sheffield
there at the
United.
front.
this is a team
we-
of young players, isn't it?
No, and then
Haven't
we
experienced,
equalised. Well,
there's
I'll
only
not
one
tell
or
you.
two of
I'll
them
let you
there
watch
who've
it later.
experienced the Premier League.
I've recorded the whole game on the telly.
Life changing, Benno.
Dan's dad.
And I
Life
have to
change.
bring
Oh, there's Dan
trophy
Neal's
down as
dad,
well.
yeah. Red
The
and
lid's
white.
there.
shoulder.
Okay.
I'm not.
Regis Debris sets down the
Come on,
stairs.
Sunderland. Oh, Sunderland.
On onto the pitch. You wait for the noise when they get down
Makes a
here
good hat
again
as well.
onto the pitch.
Come in the camera, there's hundreds watching, son.
It's going to be, yeah.
Yes, 278 on the stream. That's me son Kieran. And Ollie. Oh, God's sake. Do you know, I've got a funny feeling this... Wait, it's not just the Premier League.
Daniel clutching the cup
Oh,
to his
my
side.
God.
They're all going to go behind this now, Cabby.
Out towards the
About 20
podium.
minutes ago. we scored in the last minute. Again, aye, we
He's
did.
going to head with the players. There's flags.
And do you know who
straight
scored
around
it?
the
Tommy
shoulders of
Watson.
the
And
players.
Tommy
They head
Watson's
on
already
onto the
leaving Sunderland to play
pitch
for
to the podium.
Brighton. And all our Sunderland players slagged him off, saying, "Oh, you traitor, you've gone," and he came on and scored the winner. And I predicted it.
Still on the face, still dancing.
I should have betted on it. What were the chances of that?
I hope they do.
Why is it so delayed?
Yes.
Oh, it just is a slight delay with what
Why do
you...
you have it on like a TV like that?
Eh?
Why do you have it on a TV?
Because that's YouTube.
Wait, how do you have it on a
Last of the players, Simon Moore. He's played his
called
part
what?
this season. They've all
Oh,
played
it's
a
just
part.
it's illegal to show off
Backroom
live.
staff, the players on the cusp,
the channel says you
players,
can't
the
do it.
injured players, the players like Mundell and the Fay, and also been
It's
out,
having
Ballard
a
have been out for lengthy
awesome
periods of time.
I love a party with a happy atmosphere. Even a bit of Russ Abbott. Richie, all of a sudden your sniffles and your coughs have disappeared.
I am just pausing here, like,
Well, they're all
absolutely
grouping now.
pausing.
Oh, I've just heard there's a late VR check in the dressing room.
Board in front of the
Oh,
enormous
Jill.
trophy.
I see the most
Daniel has
exciting
The boys
derbies
down the
now.
champagne now.
There's
Yes.
the group of, all
There's
the
still
staff getting in there
234 people in the channel, and I'll tell you one thing now.
There'll be
This
an
stream could
enormous
go on all
cheer.
night. Do you know that?
Here
This
comes
stream.
the
Yeah.
campaign.
Woo!
Unbelievable.
Oh, I'm just so pleased with Davey and Kev. And
Oh,
Davey
definitely,
has
mate.
slagged me off and slagged me off and slagged me off and said, "Cabin, we've won it, Cabby, we've won it. Stop being negative." He's going to tear me to shreds when he sees us on Monday.
We might
Get
need
it.
it
Put it
all
on,
as well,
thanks, guy.
Benno.
Listen, let's enjoy it. Enjoy the occasion.
Enjoy today.
Look at that,
I
you
know-
missed.
I know people have been talking about
Oh, cheers, Durham Diver. Oh my God, sorry for not replying to everyone. I'm just
For the
so all
future.
over the place
That's
here.
for the future. Live in the present.
Well,
Players
the
now
hard
added
look,
to the
it's been
supporters.
proven.
Do you know, I don't even know what day it is. I don't even know who I am.
Okay, teams are going to have to do
I don't know. I don't know
Getting
who
over
I
this
am.
hurdle is
What,
huge.
are those my feet?
Doing it
What's
the way
going on?
we've done.
Where's the party?
Hardest week to get out of, Nick, innit?
Yeah.
Well, and to do
Well,
it in the
that's
manner
probably
in which
what
they've done it,
man. Brilliant. For all the
fashion in which
stick that
they've won
these
this
days.
game. And the winner,
What a
Woo!
leaving present
The
for
winner.
it. Eh?
Get
There
in.
he is. Centre stage.
The wife's kicked out the double bed
his
tonight.
younger
This is going to
brothers at the
replace her.
club, his family are Sunderland fans.
Sunderland!
No,
Yes!
it's, and I hope it hasn't been soured for
My
him
neighbours are
by
probably
the-
going,
some of
"What
the
the
refs
hell's
and some
going
of
on?"
the fans, because it's an incredible moment.
Aye, Trish has put a shift
I think
in.
the
Well done,
majority of
Tricia.
people
And to
understand.
Ian Curry as well
Yeah.
for being the moderators. Big round of applause to the moderators today.
Yeah.
Everybody give a shout to
Well
the
done,
moderators in the chat tonight. And also everybody give Richie a shout tonight. He was ill. He texts me this morning and says, "I'm not going to be doing the watch along with you today because I'm not very well." And I talked him round. I says, "How man?" And I bet you he's glad. So massive shout to Richie.
Couldn't make this up. You know, the Dan Ballard
Oh, figure out.
late goal was a fairy tale. What is this? What is this?
And my end with his glasses on
It
later.
just keeps, they keep giving, they keep producing these amazing
I
stories.
cannot believe this, mate.
Moments.
You know, just
If someone wrote that in a book and made a film of it, you wouldn't believe it.
No.
That a lad whose career's moved on to another club, but you know he's still our player.
Yeah.
And as if you think Tuesday.
Hasn't really played a lot of
You
minutes.
said-
has he,
nothing
since
could-
it
nothing could
happened?
top
I mean,
Tuesday.
In the whole season. He's probably been the most efficient player we've had this season.
How am I
for
supposed
what's
to?
out.
How am I supposed to end this stream now? I cannot. This is what pain
Abby.
of being a Sunderland fan makes worthwhile to all the clowns who
And
booed
Andy will
Watson.
never forget it.
Nobody wants to leave.
That's especially for
Yeah.
you. Absolutely.
They've come in their thousands. I tell you what they've witnessed today
Welcome, cheers, Keeman. Michael.
Leo
Oh,
Kjellder,
yeah,
he's
is
not
that
had
many?
a lot of
Is that many?
minutes, but
I'm still shaking. I can't even speak.
engaged and embraced. And as
We've just signed
part of the
Lafay.
group
Do you
as
know that?
anybody. You know, we talk about
Yeah, we've got Lafay and we've got Chris Mepham as well.
fantastic moment, you know, winning the FA
How did you see
And
this?
we've got the Derby.
How did you see this game at half time?
As well, who we spoke to before the game, we know that Big
Stephen
Davy's
Broom, wasn't it?
situation.
It was just
And for him and
unbelievable.
George
Like
Foster's
the way Sheffield
98.
United
Here we
playing
are.
again for happy.
George Foster being
I
here.
couldn't see a way unless we made
You were
changes,
right, Davey.
and I was
all
just
along.
dreading he wasn't going to make good changes.
Unbelievable. Put airs on
Oh, and he falls! Rushing! But I can't.
Silent for next season, then.
They love it, don't they? Wembley are loving this.
With you.
With you! I know it hasn't sunk in yet for me, this, Richie.
They're not going to cut this short. Not going to let it go, is it?
That hasn't sunk in. It still hasn't sunk in.
A special edition, isn't it? It's got the chorus every
Just to let you know, this stream will be going on till about 2 o'clock in the morning if anybody wants to stay. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm getting messages all over the place of people. No. Richard, has it sunk in with you? Because it hasn't with me, like.
No. It's going to take a little while to know what's going on.
Still absolutely packed
It's just,
away to our right.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them all. Eddie. So proud of them. Two fantastic saves. Hey, let's give Patterson some credit. That first save in that first half was unbelievable. And the second save as well when he saved with the squeak when he was diving. Class. Absolutely.
Oh, no, mate, I know.
And Reggie Woodbury, what a manager he is. I had massive doubts when he come in at the start of the season. I wanted Will Still. I wanted someone like that to come in, but he's come in. And what a job he's done with our team. Absolute perfection.
Unbelievable.
They want to stay and party. They want to stay and party.
They are
going to go anywhere.
They're going to party all night, Nicholas.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Here's the owner come down. He's desperate to get that tie off. He's never.
There he goes.
That was the longest minutes of my life, full time, you know. Ian Mackham-Cabby, how you doing, mate? We've done it, mate. I'm talking to Ian, the moderator, live. How are you doing? You all right? Wait a minute, I'll put you on speaker.
Who saw this coming? Who saw this coming?
Oh, God's sake.
Who saw this coming?
It hasn't sunk in.
Towards the end of the season, when results stopped going Sunderland's way. Who saw this coming?
I think
after the first half of this game.
Well, yeah, but I think that is what we've seen all season, Simon, is that we've always been in it. We were still only 1-0 down. Hardly ever.
It hasn't sunk in. No, I'm going to have to watch a full replay of that match for it to sink in. That's how it's going to sink in for me. Like,
well, okay.
I'm going to have to watch it all again.
So that's fair. I think that's fair. There's a belief in this team. There's a belief in it, and they believe in each other.
Their second goal got disallowed. I still don't know what for, Ian, because I mean, apparently he was standing in front of in an offside position in front of Pato.
You only get it.
Oh, it was the fact I called it and I says Watson's going to come on and score here, and he did.
Or the group that you're in, that they can all perform and all do the job. And it's happened this season.
I'm a jinx. Like I did in the Coventry game. I overslept and missed the first leg of the Coventry game, so I just got the score. And when Coventry scored that first goal, I said, I've got to come off now, mate. I came off, we equalised, we got through. They scored that second goal, I came immediately off. And we've done it, mate, we've done it. I cannot believe it. I've looked at the scores and it's 2-1, we've won. Oh my God.
No, I just can't believe it. I'm still in delay. Mate. Honestly, when Ballard got that winning goal got that equaliser to give us the overall aggregate lead at the stadium like that Tuesday night, that was like a 50-second. I was paralysed mentally, and this is lasting for 20 minutes. I'm still sort of paralysed. I just can't understand what's just happened. It hasn't sunk in.
Yeah, well, I watched the replay of your live because, as I say, I came off when Coventry scored that goal, and when I got the final score, I came on and watched you.
Somewhere with his arm in his sling.
That's him.
Because he went off, didn't he? He went off screen.
Oh, I went to the toilet.
I can't believe it, man.
I know, but for Watson to score the winning goal, I mean, come on. I mean, could you make it up? You just could not right. Things like that only happen in fairy tales, man. In movies, you know what I mean. It doesn't happen in real life. That. Oh my God! I don't know.
I've followed Sunderland for 55 years, mate, and it's been. There's no other club like us. We have so many ups and downs. It's unreal. Our supporters, I mean, how we live long lives and all that. But what the club does to us is just.
I know. Well, Ian, I'm going to head off because I'm going to watch more of the celebrations, mate. And you enjoy the rest of your night, pal.
You do, mate. It's been a pleasure, mate. Oh, God. 306 subscribers. Look how many we've got now.
I know, unbelievable. And it's all thanks to people like yourself helping out. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure, mate.
You enjoy your night and keep on celebrating because I am. Away the lads. We'll see you later, Ian.
I don't drink, but I'm going to the pub because there's a macaroons the pub.
Oh, good lad.
I'm going to go in there now and have a drink today. I've had a drink in 24 years.
Fantastic. Ta-ra, Ian. See you, mate. Well, there we go. Ian's just describing how we all feel now.
We'll talk long through the summer about what will happen with the squad, about where investment is needed, etc.
My neighbours out in the spruce here.
Perhaps now's not the time for that, Benno. Perhaps now is the time just to soak it all up. As you said, these scenes are extraordinary. I mean, just look at the sheer delight on the faces around here.
What a feel.
I mean, there's no worse place to be when you've lost. There is no better place to be when you've won.
It's just not sunk in.
Simon. You know, I was talking to a young gentleman there. 22
I know I was negative in the first half because I was saying what I was saying. Sheffield United just bullied us. They looked a stronger, better side.
What an experience that is.
Yep.
Richie, what changed it? What changed it for Sunderland?
Yeah,
this is what
the substitutions and the formation changed. He had to do it. Rigg was he couldn't. I think the occasion got the Riggy too much. He was so he made the change for Robertson and
I mean there were amazing
going
scenes last night in the
4-4-2.
capital.
Like I was saying, that says bring somebody on to support Ianda. And he did. He brought Easy on and made that change for Watson who went 4-4-2.
Playoff final. There
Absolute
were incredible
perfection.
scenes, but this is something a bit different because this is promotion.
I don't think Mundo was quite fit today, mind coming. I think there's a risk starting him, but
have missed
I didn't care anymore. I didn't
go so
care.
far as to say that
the
the Premier League has
now
missed
and
this football club as well.
The Premier League
might be presumptuous.
Unbelievable. What a feeling this
The Premier
is.
League will be rubbing their hands because they'll be thinking, we're getting this next season.
Yes.
And you're thinking,
absolutely, man.
You know, we won a lot of supporters after the Coventry game, not just in this country, but worldwide.
This is just not sunk in, and I don't think it ever will for a while. This like.
Look, the support's always been brilliant. I remember the season we had in the top flight back in 1991.
There's still 181 watching, man. That's mental.
I think every club had its highest.
Patterson needs a medal. Let's not forget that as well, Patterson.
Maybe,
Sorry, what did you say? What did you say, Richie? What did you say changed it for Sunderland? What happened?
gate of the season when we played
Substitutions,
against them at
mate,
home
and the
game.
formation
We took
change.
so many fans. And also
Bringing
everyone
Chris
wanted to
Riddoff,
see
putting
it.
Tally Roberts on, you look so much better.
What football means.
And then obviously he's bringing Dan Neil off, you know what I mean? Putting Isidore on, putting Tommy Watson on, and going 4-4-2.
I'm going to read
That's
the
how
messages.
love you, Lord
Everybody in
Come
touch. Lee Morris, thank you for yours. Wow. Thank you, Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett, MBE, for a great
just
season.
got it right. He got it right second half.
Absolutely over the moon
Had to
at the
make
way that they've not
changes.
only played this
Had
season, but
to.
actually gained promotion
He did.
back to the Premier League today. Are you going to burst into song?
That's mad.
That's from Lee Morris in
Reaching
Manchester.
out.
I don't think the Sunderland
Go
fans are
on,
going to
really.
leave the stadium.
Shut up and you can sing. Here we go. Building
London's
up.
in for a party tonight, like, aren't they?
Sweet Caroline has been since so. Been so
Colin
good.
from
So
South
good, so good, so
Colin from
good.
South Hilton. That one was for Big Davey. He is our lucky charm.
That's one for Big Davey.
He was here today, wasn't
He
he?
was, yes. We heard from him before
Yes.
the match.
Yeah, Big Davey.
Oh, I hope they're buzzing it down there, like.
Paula says she's getting the pink fizz out right now. Thank you, Barnsley, Benno, everybody else connected to
friggin'
Sunderland
hell.
as well. Ernie Woodhall's listening. Well played,
Oh, damn
Sunderland.
bollock, give him his
Looking
mama
forward to
cup.
the Derby days next season. That's from a Newcastle supporter as well.
Good lad.
Piff from Carlisle. Congratulations to all at Sunderland. You deserve this.
Oh,
And to
Lyndon
the fan
Gooch is
base,
in the crowd
you
as well.
deserve
Lyndon
this
Gooch is
as
there.
well.
Oh.
Me,
Thanks for
going
the
against
13
doctor's
subscribers.
orders,
I just
and we're gonna
need
party until
37
somebody
more
carries me home.
subscribers to hit
Says Pip, someone's
4K.
gonna have to
Now
carry
that
you
would
two
top
home.
it
I
off,
don't know
wouldn't
where
it?
this is
My
going.
God. John Nesbitt, cheers, mate. I'm off now. A big pack
Listen,
of lager.
I mean, the Sunderland fans.
God bless, mate.
I mean, after the
Take it
Cup
easy.
final, when I spoke to
Enjoy,
Newcastle
mate.
fans, we got banned from
Yep.
speaking to people.
The Timmy
live
Table
because
says,
of
I wish I was at Wembley now.
choice
Hey,
language.
you're
So we've been
in
more
spirit,
careful this time. We've sent
mate.
Dom
You're in
out.
spirit. Honestly.
And, yes, we've
You're there in
pre-recorded
spirit.
this, so it's quite safe for language if the boss is listening. But let's hear from some jubilant Sunderland fans now.
Lewis, some of the feeling we're just watching the players go up there, and they are now back in the Premier League.
What's better,
Honestly,
the
this
other
is
Tuesday
one of
night,
the
Richie, or this?
The things we've been through as a club, I'm just so happy for the fans.
Can it be Tuesday night, mate? I'm sorry, but
It's just a
this.
special moment. It was meant to be the whole.
Oh, mate, that's the hard chance. That's hard.
Honestly, one of the best moments of my life.
But
it feels like destiny today.
I just honestly, I couldn't believe what I was watching when Tommy Watson scored that goal. I just couldn't believe it. What a goal it was from him. I can't wait to see these goals back.
It was. We've been in playoff games before where we've scored early.
My end has goal as well, set up perfectly by Paddy Roberts. Lovely ball through. Smashed that into the goal.
When Tommy Watson put that ball in the back
Who
of
was
the
signing
net,
then, Pappy, next
this
week? We're a
place
Premier League team
jumps,
now.
you
Who
can feel
would you
it.
like?
Honestly,
I think I would take,
the words that moment there.
even though Harman's
He is
just
ringing
signed for
still.
them, I think I'll
He's
take
obviously
him
leaving
for
the
one.
club, but he's a Sunderland legend forever for that.
But
Honestly unbelievable.
just think of the players we can get into our club now, and this money, what a difference it's going to be. And even if we get relegated next season, mate,
You've lived and
we'll have the
breathed
parachute
90
payments.
You're welcome,
We're
Carl.
gonna need that.
I know, Richie. I know.
That's what it's been on the pitch.
All positive stuff, this. All positive. Ignore the naysayers saying, oh, you know, we're going to get smashed every game. So what? I don't care.
Absolutely.
8 years or 9 years, whatever it is. We've been in top flight football and we deserve this. From where we've come from,
Tony,
Gabby.
just seen Sunderland promoted back to the Premier League.
Getting into League One, couldn't get out in League One. There's just no hope
That
for him,
second
man.
half performance.
And do you know what? I'm going to do an alternative commentary special on the two Coventry legs and the Wembley final now.
What does it mean, not just for the football team, but for the city?
Just like it's a new era, Premier League. Just like we're moving up. Next
This is
season,
just what teams
we'll
are made
be,
of, isn't it?
Champions League. Right, just stop the broadcast. That'll do.
That should have been the end. Yeah, that should have been the end. Can we replay that right at the end?
We just
That
agreed
was
there. He's just been
fantastic.
asked.
That will get replayed.
You're going to
by
be a
whoever
Premier
that
League
was.
manager next season.
Maybe
How does it
getting
feel
slightly
when
carried away.
Well,
But
hey,
hey, why not?
There might be 9 teams in the Champions League
Well, that's
next year.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, top half of the table, and
Yeah.
yeah, you qualify
And
for it. The
do you
players
know
are
what-
still
do you know
on
what-
the
They're just
pitch,
gonna
by the
go
way.
for strength.
And there are some
Do you know
of
what
them
was
I don't
funny?
think are going to move to quite some while. That giant replica of the trophy.
When I said they're
is getting
predicting the
pushed
score with
around.
Davey was in the chat and I said
All day I've been
0-0
thinking
and they
that
were all
that
like
big trophy
peeing
was
themselves laughing, weren't they?
built for Dan Ballard after his two.
It was a 2-1 scoreline, like.
Davey's going to
Loads of them.
slate me
Yeah.
like.
Pretty good today
He's
against
going to
a
slate
tough
me like
opponent.
Davey.
You know, I just expecting Dan to pick it up and run round with it because he's such a monster.
That was
Let's do a bit of
weird
analysis.
game.
I don't
That
think
was
we'll hear
weird.
from anyone.
Can you imagine how the
in terms
Sheffield
of the
United
players on the
fans
manage before 6 o'clock to be finished this
feeling
evening.
with
But
that.
don't worry, you will tomorrow morning as part of our breakfast bulletins on BBC Radio Newcastle, and of course, Total
There's
Sport is on
definitely
air
a
on
higher
Monday
power watching
as
over
well.
Sunderland this
So
season,
plenty
and
of time
Davy,
to,
and Big
to
Davy
react
especially.
then to this
The
June
Breeze
vindication.
tactics change,
Let's do a
yeah,
little bit
absolutely.
of match analysis, if we can just sort of bring ourselves back down to earth just a little bit, because they had a lot of work to do. You're seeing pictures there of who's hugging Stan Ballard, so I saw him, and both him and Trey Hugh were right next to me just after the final whistle when I went down there, and I was about to grab them both and try and get an interview, but then they were with their family
Mike
members, so I thought,
Strolleby's
I'm not
tactics
interrupting.
changed the game when he
This
brought
means so
these
much to them
Watchalong.
individually, and of course it means so much to their families as well. You know, there are so many people connected, the family members, the staff at the club as well. There were tears from the staff members as they were lined up on the pitch. There were people, that couldn't quite believe what was happening. This means so much in summary to so many people.
Brendan. Thank you very
kids,
much.
These lads start off at clubs at 6 and 7 years old. Their parents spend
what Joe
most
Bellingham's
of their
thinking
life,
now,
their spare time, driving them backwards and forwards to train. It's a huge commitment, and you take your family comes along on the journey with you. So, it's a big part of it. And also, there are a lot of setbacks. There are a lot of bad times. There's things that don't quite go to plan, and you need some support around you, and you can see it all coming out in the emotions.
Or is it the fans
today.
or somebody's the hugging? I don't know.
It's worth it for moments like
How
this.
do you think how the regular season ended?
It doesn't happen to all players. Some
You
players
just couldn't
never.
make it, could you?
I played here 4 times in playoff finals and never. I was going down the tunnel quiet.
Thank
Just
you
a
very
pat on
much
the back,
indeed
that
for the
was it, but,
super chat at $20.
really
How
has
are
been
the
an
lads from the
incredible day.
States?
Let's
Thank you
read some
very
more
much, the
messages, 'cause
third
loads
of
of people are getting
Franks.
in touch. We do appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much for your
David North,
super
cheers,
chat.
thank you for
Thanks,
your
mate.
message. Great result. Well proud
Much
of Sunderland, says
appreciated.
Davey. This one says the lead singer of the local band Rivellino has been playing in Bents Park in South Shields this afternoon. I sang and watched the full game on my iPad during the gig. We are Sunderland. Steve says fantastic achievement.
Thank you
Credit
so
to the
much for
manager
your
for his
super chat.
substitutions.
Thank you.
No sympathy for Sheffield United. They sat back. So let's talk a little bit about what happened and what turned the game.
I don't understand why
Joe
they did
Bullsteer.
that. They had us in knots in a way in the first half because they.
Big
it was
claps
the
for the
old-fashioned
donation.
thing where
Thank
you could have
much
used to
indeed.
say you could chuck a blanket over both teams. There were just 5 yards outside the centre circle was our back four, and the same for them. And we weren't really utilising the space behind them. But in the second half, they just came out and just
Sunderland fans
dropped. And obviously we had to improve what we were doing. I think we came out and played with a better tempo and things, didn't we? But I'm surprised they did that.
For me, we played with better tempo.
Third of
but
Frank's
again,
respect. Thank you
I keep
so
saying
much.
about
Thank
Roberts.
you,
I know
honestly.
you said,
God bless you,
I
mate.
keep mentioning Roberts, but it was his pass which led to Meyender's goal.
It was the game changed.
Thanks for the subscribers as
You know,
well.
before that, it was a great.
It was his pass which,
of course it was, yeah.
And got the equaliser.
Yeah, it was. But
you know what I mean?
But what happened is,
Pickford's going to turn the match tomorrow.
He was played in the middle of the park.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Because there was space. The game changed. In the first half, it was frustrating for Sunderland. You could see people like Job and Ballard getting on the ball, Dan Neil, and they're looking for a pass, and it was all very, very tight, wasn't it, and compact.
But that's what Roberts brings to the game. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if he never come on, that wouldn't have happened.
That is the only thing that happened, though.
It wouldn't have happened.
I'm just still in shock.
It's not the only thing that.
I'm not, but I'm
changed
just
the game,
saying he came on.
Don't you two be arguing.
Yeah, you can also follow the Mac and Cabby on TikTok as well. I've just got my
I think
TikTok
you're both
account for
agreeing on
Mac and
that, aren't
Cabby.
you?
So
Certainly. Yeah,
Well,
I
we'll just
mean,
follow
he'd
that
have been
on there as
devastated
well.
to have been left out of the starting lineup.
Yeah.
He came on and he made a difference.
Yeah,
That's all you can do.
Probably coming on fresh, and they were a bit. They. For
Two
whatever, he had a lot
playoff finals on the trot with
first
one,
goal,
and once again, when
he had a
Sunderland,
lot of
the
ball.
fans
He
are in the
was
west
getting
side
on
of the
ball, running at
stadium,
people.
they've
But,
never lost at Wembley.
They will be kicking themselves.
When
They
73, we're in the west
games,
side of the stadium, they won.
You've got no fear.
Wickham.
You've got nothing to
We're in the
lose.
west side of the stadium, they won.
You win or bust.
We're in the west side of the stadium again,
What
we
happened
won.
was he makes the changes.
These
Okay,
things are
Roberts
weird.
was one what he made. Dan Neil was another key one what he made, and all of a sudden we've gone 4-4-2, and who started to shine? Who started to blossom? Lafay. Lafay started to come. Joe Bellingham started to play.
Not only am I going to enjoy going back to work on Tuesday, I'm going to enjoy the summer.
There wasn't a reaction from Sheffield United, though, was there?
And we started to be on the front foot then, didn't we?
But I was
Oh,
disappointed in
Jilly,
them that
thanks
they
very
didn't
much for your
react to the
$4.99.
equaliser.
Thank you so much,
there wasn't
Pet.
really
But that's
a little
momentum.
gift. Thank
and
you
Sunderland
very
kept
much.
it to their credit.
For a team who
I'm going to buy a couple of bags of
and
tuna crisps for
they were,
that.
they were winning throw-ins, rushing to get the ball back. Because they were
Thank
thinking,
you
we can win it
so
in
much.
90. Never mind thinking about extra time here.
Absolutely.
And good luck tomorrow.
When I talk about momentum,
Gilly, when you
you've got to look at Sheffield United.
Everton,
They're
I'll be tuning
1-0.
in, of
All of a
course.
sudden, they're making changes. What they would
Cheers, Ian.
say, right, we're going to see this game out. All of a sudden, we get an equaliser.
Yes.
He's got problems.
What a season.
They've got an injury to the centre back.
Yeah, that was a key.
And then all of a sudden you're thinking, what? Who am I going to bring on? Who am I going to bring on? In the meantime, we go and get the second goal.
Yes.
Then,
Dan says, get in, lads. When's the fan?
How are they going to get back into the game? You've just seen late on in injury time.
I'm just watching the
two passes
replays
went
here.
astray.
I'm just watching the replays.
Patrick Roberts is still on the pitch with a scarf around his neck. Dennis Serkin's out there as well. And talking about coming onto the pitch and making a difference. Well, earlier this season, we talked about it lots when it was announced, didn't we? We had people getting in touch with Total Sport saying, Tommy Watson, he's not committed to the club. Shouldn't put on a Sunderland shirt again. I wonder if those people probably think that they are quite glad that he pulled on a Sunderland shirt.
There's going to be a few more of these shirts sold, I think.
Playoff
final.
Showing it here again.
You look at the goal. Sheffield United, the ball's been played in. I think it is a Cannon or was it Kiefer Moore? He's had
How's
a bad
everybody
touch.
feeling in the chat?
He's had a bad touch. He's bounced off him.
Because it
I'll
hasn't.
tell you what. He's picked up Watson.
Just subscribe. Thanks, Ed. My son moved from the USA state of Delaware to marry a
He's
Sunderland girl
passed
who
the
was
ball into the
wonderful in
net.
2012. We've been huge fans ever since.
He's not
I'm in heaven.
blasted it,
Thank
he's
you,
just
Zed, for
passed it. And if
subscribing.
you pass the ball,
Thank you very, very much
you pass the
indeed.
ball, the goalkeeper won't say he's tried.
But it takes composure because he had a bit of time to think about it. Well, it takes a lot of composure, doesn't it, to do that?
I think it was just,
from
Sheffield United, chaos is a terrible thing in a football match.
Yeah.
It's the thing you're trying to avoid, which was why it was hard for us after, when we've lost someone like as inspirational as O'Nien. It was a bit chaotic.
Through the eye of a needle. That's exactly what Tommy Watson's just done there. It showed you from an angle.
And then the second half,
it showed you the angle there.
When Hodge comes off with an injury, they don't get somebody on.
Sort of just drilled it along the floor, and it sort of curled just slightly at the last minute.
We took our opportunity, and I think
took about a millimetre of paint off the post.
He'll be kicking himself. They've got.
And I always say, and I always come back.
This save here, this one's a big save.
I think the first one.
Yeah, we're just in a replay.
Leeds, Burnley, Sunderland, perfect team to go. Let's do it next season, says Mark. Anyone the score?
20 minutes to go. The one in the second half was a huge save.
Sorry, Ben, what were you
is
saying?
this?
You know, that Patterson save changed the game.
Yeah.
That's saved by Patterson, absolutely.
It was. Saved with his feet there, and then, as we're just watching on the replay, Dan Ballard with a crucial intervention. Eliza Mayenda has just come off the pitch. He's got a pair of sunglasses on. He's got a Spanish flag draped around his shoulders, and he's got a huge grin on his face, as you would expect. I'm not for one moment suggesting that you never passed the ball into the corner of the net, but I think Eliza Mayenda's finish was more of a Marco Gabbiadini finish, and what a finish it was.
Yeah, what do they call emphatic? They call that. No, they are. No, and actually, when he first received it, I thought he's going to get tackled because the defender was good, but he let the ball just go out a little bit. He let it. He caressed it just to brought it out onto his right foot a little bit more, which took it away from the defender. But obviously, it made it a more difficult finish then because it's going outside your body. But he got his foot right round it and right under it, and wow. I mean, I don't think the keeper saw it, did he?
No, one of those. It
was past him before he reacted.
He was stunned, wasn't he?
It was a great finish, and actually, you know what? For a striker like it, he didn't have a great afternoon. He didn't have a great.
I thought he had a good afternoon.
No, but it wasn't like he didn't have loads of chances or loads of moments. It just, he had to wait for that one opportunity, and he put it away.
I just think that, you look at Mayenda.
Oh, I mean, Patterson's save at that beginning.
Tension off the ball.
Yeah, Jack says, congratulations all from Brighton fans. Thank you very much. And you've got a player, Tommy Watson, who's done it.
Only one thing he was going to
bring on the derby, says.
Bear down on goal.
Thanks, Cabby. Lost for words, says David Green. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cabby, I'm going live now. Well done, mate. Enjoy. I will pop in and I'll have a look at your channel, Packer Andrew.
Well, he's come up with a.
Yes, your fingers are knackered.
Two of the three youngest
Carl says my
ever
heart can't
scorers
take it. Why?
in
we always do it the
this level of playoff final have scored today. So Tommy Watson's the second youngest, and Eliza Mayenda's the third youngest. Do you know who the youngest
thank
is?
you for the donations.
You've got to say this is.
You're not interested, are you?
You've got to say this is the youngest team.
It is.
So much.
It probably will be
by a long way
to get promotion.
You don't care. Julian Joachim's the answer. Ben's not bothered about trivia questions, are you? But no. But I think that says something, though. Those are the two. Out of all the playoff finals we've had since the mid '80s. These are the two of the three youngest scorers. It just kind of emphasises symbolises just how young
Do
a
it on the
team
main
it is there.
stage, it's just
We saw on the
incredible.
pitch at the end there, Kirill Louis-Dreyfus was there as well, who's
invited
still
to a
pretty
party
young
at
himself.
Yeah.
There's an
Nice
element
tonight.
of youth
That
about
says
this
don't
football
be.
club. There's an element of youthful exuberance, I guess, and that will certainly help to provide optimism for what's to come.
See you next
it's going to be a
season,
challenge
Jack.
next
See you
season, but
next
there is a
season,
lot of
another
scope for
big
optimism,
club,
isn't there?
Brighton. I used to live in Brighton. I used to live in Hove.
Yeah.
He's got to be pinching
For a few
himself.
years.
You know, most of them have got a project. They've got some where they're thinking we've got a 5-year plan, and you're thinking, yeah, we should be there and thereabouts. For it to happen so quickly, and the way it's happened, he's thinking, wow.
And I mean, look, it was a. If you are looking for, were looking for a football club, it was a great choice because of you know it had, like you keep saying, the worldwide attention of those documentaries. Although they were painful to watch quite often, Benno.
Cheers,
they were
Jack.
pure
Thank
drama.
you so much for the everything this season. Here's to next year.
So
and
you know,
thank
he brought into something. Our previous owners. You know, I think they had good
big shout
intentions,
for people who's
but maybe
donated
not
to the channel as well.
Clout behind them to do
massive,
it. You know,
massive
he's come
shout.
in.
It helps the channel hugely.
There's been some things that
absolutely. I'm from
it hasn't
Worthing,
been a
also,
high
not
spending
Brighton, also
situation. It
supporting
hasn't been,
Worthing
you know,
too.
there have
Nice
been
place, Worthing.
cutbacks in the club and things like that over the time. So difficult. It's been difficult.
You know what?
I think it's all a lot of that will be forgotten now. And we're moving on to a new era.
You know, when you look back and you go back into that obviously documentary, Sunderland Till I Die.
Yes.
And you look and you.
I wish they were making a series now.
They maybe are.
But you look at all them people who was involved in that.
Incredible.
And what the process, what they've been through, and the agony and the drama and the pain.
Right, I'm going to end the stream now because do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch a replay of that match.
And look where we go now.
Because I'm going to have to.
You go to the Premier League and then obviously the next issue is staying there.
I'll be doing a review for this later on.
That's what the discussions will
so much
be
celebrating to do.
over the next
I'm going to end it for now because I am so hungry.
Sure. We will continue though for the time being on BBC Radio Newcastle, I think, just to wallow.
To eat because I've been that anxious for today. And thanks a lot. And I don't even know where to start. Love yous all for tuning in. It means a hell of a lot. We'll catch you later. I'll probably do another video tonight. Honestly, I just don't know where I'm at. Love yous all. Catch you later from Richie, the Mac and Cabby, Ian the moderator, and Tricia the moderator. Thanks.